All right, looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today is February 13th. Yes, the month first. Then the day, February 13th, 2025. Coming at you live, locked in, ready to go. Discussing the state of play that went down yesterday. As of the time that I'm doing this live stream, and why we need Nintendo Directs with Switch 2. Like, I think listen, this year, we put up with it. We need Directs. Shout out to Justin with the Jow.
I was able to chat yesterday while watching the State of Booty, but my favorite part was when they showed WWE Island. I saw someone in chat saying, "Let's go." At that same moment you started tearing it apart. Lol. Also Digimon looked cool.
Yeah. Digimon looks cool. But yeah, I mean, I can't sit here. I'm not going to say it because I know B Queen doesn't like when I say the word. So I'm not going to say what I called people that like that. But I said that there's something wrong with you. If you got hyped for WWE 2K Island, like... You've got a race car bed. Like, there's not... You've got a race car bed. You might still... Like, I don't have a problem with people collecting figurines and toy action figures, but you probably still play with them. Like, pew, 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 pa, 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 pa. You probably still do stuff like that. Like, if you're excited for that, you probably still play with a wrestling ring. Go, poo, poo, yeah, poo, oh, elbow drop. You probably still do stuff like that. Because there ain't no way that anybody over a certain mental age is hyped for something like that, for wrestling. Like, fake, it's, remember when I was talking about wrestling, and I can't play wrestling games because they're like, kind of like, it's like already like a level of fake that's already on top of the game being fake? This is like fake on fake on fake. It's like too many layers of fake. Oh, and it's microtransaction out the wazoo. Anybody who plays NBA 2K or knows about NBA 2K, knows exactly what I'm talking about. That is not for fans. That is not for users. That is not a user experience that's for the betterment of the game. That is to get microtransactions out of people. So it ain't even like it's for the betterment of the wrestling game. It's literally to keep you locked in for player counts, for microtransactions. Like, it's not even for the benefit of the players. So I can't take nobody seriously that says, listen, I don't like to judge people when it comes to games, but I'm judging you when it comes to that. I'm judging you. I don't want to hear anything that you've got to say. If you like that, or if you're excited for that, I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say about anything. I don't want to hear no criticism, no positive, nothing. Just enjoy your slavery or whatever heck that is just insane. It's crazy. That was just the biggest cash grab. Oh my goodness, terrible. Mom, I need my meatloaf. There, that was definitely mom. You know, like, yeah, I that was crazy. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the Jojo. Thank you for the $10. Let's get into the shout outs. Appreciate the big 10 starting out. We got a 10 already. Let's see if we can get to 15, 5 more combos. That 15-minute extension, full extension and rewards in tonight, guys. Let's have a big stream. Shout outs to Dior. What's good? Party Man Cart is here as well. Items. 7th Hokage with the valuable items. Ayo, another 10 on the board. Let's go. There we go. There's the first overclock. Next one up at 30. You guys know the deal. Heyo.
Overclock Buster.
15-minute extension. Next one up at 30 on the combo board. Shout outs to Justin and 7th Hokage. 7th Hokage once again, always supporting the stream. Like always, let's get you up here. 5 gifted memberships. Anybody does 5 or more, you can tie up or pass up 7th Hokage. 10 to pass up my man Justin as well. Thank you so much, 7th Hokage. I don't know why it doesn't put it in my Streamlabs though. Like, where it actually like puts it in my mini feed. It doesn't do that, which is weird. And David V with the big 20. Yo, let's go, David V with the Udos.
Sup, OJ?
Sup?
How you been?
Good.
How's your day today?
Good.
Slightly smiling face.
My day's been good, man. I hang out with my wife. She had a day off. You know, hung out with my boy. You know, just basically we just hung out. You know, just nothing really. I talked to the neighbor today. His gardener basically he didn't like his gardener, so he's like, hey man, who do you use for a gardener? I was like, oh yeah, no problem. So we had a nice little chat. So it was good. Like I live in like a good block. I got good neighbors. They look out for you, and stuff like that. So everything's good, man. I can't complain. Today was a good day. Tomorrow, Valentine's, obviously. Good time to spend with my family as well. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. And hopefully you're doing good. Mr. David V, you're now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anybody that's 20 or more, you can get my man David on the board. If you already supported, you know the deal. Just subtract the difference. Shout outs. Big love to David. 40 on the overclock board again. Oh my goodness, we're already at 40. 30 minutes extra. Next one up at 45. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Shout outs to David B. Big love. Think of the big 20. Let's go. See, anybody can beat out David? He's at 20. Let's go. Shout out to my man Anthony Smith, David V, Adam Carson, Cuts Lenova, Ish your boy. Adam Carson, Rock, Justin with the 777. What's good?
It's so obvious that PlayStation is full on Western now. Also, that Xenoblade picture has me excited.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty much full on Western for the most part, unless they're just like buying like China hero games like Stellar Blade and like Lost Soul Aside and like just buying like Final Fantasy, just buying exclusives here and there, or buying exclusivity here and there. But yeah, they're pretty much Western at this point. I mean, which we've known for a while. But yeah, shout out to Justin. Thank you for the 777. Noah Mio. Hey yo, 47 on the board. We just absolutely obliterated.
Overclock Buster!
3 overclocks in a row. Absolutely obliterated. 45 minutes. Next one up at 60. We are close to the 1 hour extension. George FT. Big love to Justin. Big love to David. Big love to Adam Carson with the 27 months. Hey yo. 7th Hokage with the 5 gifted. Let's get it. Antonio says nice haircut. Yeah, I got it a few days ago. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Antonio. I'm probably gonna cut it lower, man. My hair's thinning anyway. I'm probably just gonna cut it. I'm not gonna go completely bald, but I'll definitely cut it lower next time. I'll cut it like all the way down to low. What's up, Brandon? Shoutouts. Christopher Lenton, what's good? Checking in from Kingman AZ. Just got off Route 66. Hey, shoutouts, Chris the Shiner Dog, the Great Wah. Hey, OJ, almost fumbled the bonus stream yesterday, but I got it last second. Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to do something on Sunday for you guys. I'm gonna try to have a nice bonus stream on Sunday for you guys, so look out for that. I'm gonna try to get those in. Crazy how fast 27 months gone by. Watched your channel longer than that, but wow, yeah, I know, seriously. Big love, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the 27 months of membership, Adam. I know you've been here for a hot minute, 2 years plus. Shout outs to Brandon Sutters. What's up, Brandon? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Paul Gale Network is here. Yes, and it's been raining like crazy all throughout California. We've been getting a ton of rain here in the CV. Ton of rain here, so yeah, man, it's been pouring, like downpour of rain, so it's good. I like when it rains. I'm a fan. Ceylon Nap, what's up, Ceylon Nap? Got to give the membership. Tyler Ramsey, Michael Grant, Bad Latency 0.exe. Let's go. My man Abaddon Smith with the 78 months. Yes, sir. Let's go. Will McGee, Kevin, what's good? Life will change. Thank you so much, Abaddon. Lek is here. Minato Mario, Pain Uchiha, Ray B, what's up, Ray? George FT, 6G, Red Light, Daniel C, Rock, Adam, Cuts Lenova, David V, yo, big love, guys. My man Dior, like always. Abaddon, thank you for the 78 months, my brother. Thank you so much. I hope you and the fam are doing good. I know I'm doing great. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's get into the content, shall we, boys and girls? Oh, let's get some more comments here. J2. What's up, J2? Oh, what's up, Nightshade? The Pokemon Master. Gengar Master, Nightshade. PlayStation's been supporting Chinese games for a while. Oh, well, it's a good thing, in my opinion, but definitely want to have Chinese games replace the niche Japanese games for the most part. Yeah, they're just basically replacing them. Instead of because they're already getting all of the Japanese games anyway, but they're just not making any of them. But they get they get all the Japanese stuff for the most part. They get all that. So they don't have to really do anything. But the China games look very impressive. Like the Tides of Annihilation, the Stellar Blades, there's certain Asian games outside of Japan right, look very, very impressive. So they swoop in and kind of pick up those games, you know? So, oh snap! Yo! Big love to Justin with the Party Man beatdown! Let's go! Shoutouts! We need to get a new 50 though. We need to get a new 50.
Now we need that hour to talk about how important it is to have direct.
What do you guys want for the new 50? I didn't even credit that person for that notification. That was for Party Man's stream that we did a long time ago. So if you guys have suggestions for a new 50 dono notification, let me know, and I'll make a new one. Big love to my man Justin with the big 51 hour. Let's go. And yes, we need to talk about it. Let's go. Hey yo. Or maybe we'll have both of them. Like sometimes they'll be random. It'll be like random Party Man, random whatever, just whatever it is. But yeah, let's see. As long as it doesn't involve me getting beat up in the game. All right, Party Man. Yeah, I'm thinking we picked on you long enough. Anytime somebody's dropped, and by the way, we've had that a number of times. So Party Man just randomly gets like a stray every now and then, which is just not fair. I don't think that's fair to Party Man. Justin, you are absolutely right. Thank you for the big 50. You are back in the lead for the Hokage and the Stream Ninja. Anybody drops a 50 piece or more, you can get on the Stream Ninja. And of course, I think Justin, you just did 67 on the Hokage. Anybody does that, you can beat out Justin on the Hokage board. But thank you. Remember, if you drop a dono, put your music request as well. I will be taking music requests for people who drop donos or become a member. I got you guys. Big love to Justin, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. And yes, we got to talk about it because it's very important. Let me start off with this before we get into more comments. State of plays are okay. Whatever. Xbox shows are okay, but they can't get it done, man. Like, it's just not lit. Like, it's good, but do you guys know the difference between lit and, like, good? Like, for example, people like Kai Cenat, right? Or they like Speed because they're lit. That's very different from like, okay, just a good stream. Like you can just watch anybody that's just good, but they're not lit. Now I'm not saying that I'm just saying like we need lit. And these shows are not lit.
Let's get that bonus stream.
These shows are not lit. They're not lit. They're just okay. They're just good, but they're not the originators. They're not lit. We need sauce. Yeah, we need some sauce. I try to add some litness to my stream. We got notifications. We got this, you know, I'll talk in a heightened voice. I'll do whatever I can to make the streams lit. Maybe I'm not as lit as some of these other people, but I do my best to make it lit. And I think that's, some people like that, some people don't. And that's why I told people, like, when it comes to these shows, some people love the state of play because it's just games. It's just, oh, okay, here's the game. Like, it's a game that everybody, it's like, oh, it's not exclusive. It's not, it's just, okay, here's the game. But it ain't like sauce lit. It ain't like you take a bite and you're like, oh, that's different. When you take a bite out of a state of play or an Xbox Direct, it's like, oh, that tastes okay. But it's not like it doesn't taste like tangy. It doesn't taste,
notification is missing? A Fire Emblem one.
Yeah, a Fire Emblem one would be good. We don't have any Fire Emblem. Actually, or do we? No, I don't think we have any Fire Emblem ones. Big love to Jacob Dressback with the $3. He got us to the 100 for the bonus stream. And then Justin piled on top with the another 3, so that does get us Justin to 70. Big love to Justin on there, and of course Jacob just back. You got us originally to that, and you guys know what time it is. It's time for Cloud. He's lit, right? Cloud's pretty lit. Limit break. Okay, my press the button. All right, let's go. Atlas. We have Atlas. I have Persona notifications. I have SMT. I have actually a lot. So yeah. Says a Switch 1 Direct would distract from promoting Switch 2. I don't think it would distract because if you do the Switch 1 Direct, that's before the Switch 2 Direct. So I don't think it really distracts. If you have a Switch 1 Direct in February or whatever, I don't think that necessarily distracts from a Switch 2 Direct if it comes after the Switch 1 Direct. And if it came before, if the Switch 2 Direct came first and then the Switch 1 Direct, then yeah, that distracts, but not if it's after. Not if the Switch 1 Direct is before. So yeah. What up, Joe? What's up, Justin? The state of plays and Xbox Directs lack flavor. Mayonnaise of directs. Nintendo bring the hot sauce. Yeah, it's just not. And the funny thing is that I think a lot of these Xbox and PlayStation guys know, but that's just what it is. Like, it's just, and it's fine. It's not like it's a big problem, but it's like, we need Nintendo Switch 2. We need somebody to save us from this, because the show yesterday, it's like Xbox just put out a big old list of games that are coming to everything. Like, it just takes the wind out of the sails. It's like, okay, yeah, if you're just there to look at games, then sure. But the problem is that the nucleus of, if you copy the formula of a direct, yet you don't have the personnel of it, it's like running the triangle offense. And, you know, for those who don't know, the triangle offense, that was Michael Jordan, you know, Kobe Bryant, Phil Jackson, right? Phil Jackson was the architect behind the Michael Jordan doubled three-peat and the Los Angeles Lakers dynasty. So Phil Jackson was the architect behind those offenses, the triangle offense involving three of the best players, low post, wing, guard, swinging the ball around, and then isolating to get easy layups, alley-oops, and also mid-range jumpers for your best player, whether that was Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen on the wing, right? That was the triangle offense. But you got to have the personnel to run the triangle offense. You got to have a good big man or active big man. You got to have a good wing. You got to have a dominant guard to run the triangle offense. And the problem is that they'll run these things that are like directs. Directs are the triangle offense. They don't have the personnel to run the triangle offense. They don't have it. It's just a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of role players, right? It's a bunch of role players, and you can't, I mean, don't get me wrong, role players are very important. Steve Kerr's, Derek Fisher's, you know, Ron Harper's, Robert Ory's, those who know basketball know exactly what I'm talking about. But the problem is that you don't have the Michael Jordan. You don't have the Scottie Pippen. You don't have the, Dennis Rodman wasn't involved that much on the triangle offensive part. But even, you want to say like the ghetto Luke Longley, you know what I'm saying? You know, or the Horace Grant. The Horace Grant of the first 3P. You don't have the Horace Grant. You don't have the necessary pieces to run it, but yet you're trying to run a show that's like it. You're trying to run the same offense, which would be the directs, but you don't have the pieces to actually run it that way, to where it just ends up being a bunch of role players shooting the ball and bricking. You know, you don't have Jordan. You barely got Pippen. And you sure as heck don't got a Horace Grant, you know? Or maybe you got maybe you got a Horace Grant, or you got a Scottie Pippen, but you sure as heck don't got a Michael Jordan. And I think that's the biggest issue, you know, that I'm seeing right now with this, is that it's supposed to be like knockout blows and stuff at the end, and it's just like, we don't get that. Yeah, Tony Kukoc, you know, or something like that. It says, OJ, you know nothing about the triangle offense. That is insane. I literally watched the triangle offense from its inception when it comes to the 80s and when it comes to the 90s. What are you talking about, Projo? What are you talking about? Let's see. My hand is your hand is an Xbox. Sony's Grey Goat. Sony equals Ben Simmons. Getting paid a lot of money for doing a lot of nothing. That's definitely Ben Simmons. That's Sony kind of looking like Ben Simmons right now, getting a lot of sales and getting paid a lot of money for doing a lot of nothing at this point. A lot of nothing. A lot of canceled games. Ben Simmons, a lot of missed games. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. So yeah. Egomaniac, what's good, Egomaniac? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Let's see, Nintendo Directs have the sauce with all the seasoning. State of play in the drawer for Directs feel like eating spaghetti with no flavor. I mean, I would say that there might be a little bit of flavor there. The problem is that it's not any, it's like, y'all ever went out to eat and you order a dish and it's kind of expensive, and then you taste it and you're like, I probably could have made something better than that at home. I could have went to the store, I could have grabbed a couple of the ingredients. There ain't that many people at Walmart right now, or I could have went to Sprouts, or I could have went to wherever, Albertsons, wherever you guys go. And I could have probably picked that out and made my own food, and it would have tasted better. It's not bad, it just doesn't, I mean, if I'm going out to eat, I want something that tastes better than this, you know? And if I paid, you know, $30, $40 for the dish or whatever, and I think that's the problem that I'm having right now with it, you know? It's you're going out to eat, and the food isn't necessarily incredible. You know, or the triangle offense, like I said. It's just, I don't know, man. We need these directs. We need to switch to direct. We need it because every single day that goes by, we get one of these shows. Don't get me wrong, the developer direct was good, but it's like, once again, I'll say this again, the developer direct is not a direct. It's their own thing that they do to I don't know, to make Xbox fans feel good. Like, I don't know why they do those. I'm not exactly sure why they do those. But whatever. I mean, they had Ninja Gaiden. Okay, that was great. Ninja Gaiden was really cool. You know, that was great. Let's see here.
It's like drinking Dr. Thunder versus Dr. Pepper. Lol.
Yeah, if you drinking Dr. Thunder, yeah, it's like drinking Dr. Thunder versus Dr. What you got, man? You got Dr. Pepper? No, man, I got Dr. Thunder. Wait, what? Dr. Thunder? Yeah, I got Dr. Thunder. Don't worry, it tastes just as good. Bro, no it doesn't. What you mean? Mr. Pibb over Dr. Thunder. You ever go and see Dr. Thunder? I seen Dr. Thunder. That thing straight black, looked like coffee in there, bro. Don't even got no fizz or nothing. It's just straight up. It's that miracle juice, whatever they put, whatever they make it in there. I'm pretty sure they use synthetics and that type of stuff. There ain't nothing natural in Dr. Thunder. Not a damn thing natural in that, bro. It is straight up formulated from start to finish. Tastes like the Robitussin. Like soda Robitussin. Like, y'all ever seen like a soda jet? If you put Robitussin and water in a soda jet, then put cola powder in there too while you're at it. All right, or put pib powder, or put pepper powder, or whatever the hell it's called. Put cola powder in there. You get yourself a Dr. Thunder right there. Pure sugar. Then just dump like a gang of sugar in there. Like, take like a whole cup of sugar and just be like, just start dousing it in sugar. I've had Dr. Thunder before. I had Dr. Thunder. That was the last time that I ever had I had it one time. That was the last time that I ever had Dr. Thunder. That was the last time. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with Thunder. I stopped using my Thunder deck in Pokemon. I stopped using the move Thunder because it has booty accuracy in Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? I was done with Thunder. Because of the state of plays, the Xbox Dev Directs are dry and soulless despite have decent games. The Xbox Developer Direct was heightened. I saw Xbox fans heightening them, saying, oh, it was better. The Xbox Developer Direct was better. I was like, bro, there was like 3 games. There was like 3 games. Let's see here. PS5 selling like hotcakes, 20 million last year. PlayStation with the same amount of revenue as Xbox and Nintendo combined. Record number of profit too. Okay, so most of what you said was correct. PS5 selling like hotcakes, yes. Selling incredibly well. Actually had their best month ever. Revenue, that is where it's like, that's irrelevant. And not that it's irrelevant, but it doesn't matter. And let me tell you the reason why the revenue doesn't matter. The revenue doesn't matter because the margins are very, very, very slim. Sony makes a lot of money and they spend a lot of money. So yes, you're right. Absolutely. Sony's doing absolutely fantastic, but the state of play was trash. Like, the state of play was not great, but they're doing good. Let me just do one small correction on the PlayStation stuff. So, new revenue record. Operating margin was just 7%. So, the revenue, 11.05 billion. Very good revenue. A lot of money coming in. Operating income, 775 million. That's not very good. So, the profit margin's super, super slim. So, while, yeah, they're doing better revenue, Nintendo, whatever combined, profit-wise, not quite there. Nintendo's definitely above that profit-wise. So making money in terms of what you take home, not so great overall. But yes, revenue was record revenue, but their profit margins are pretty bad. So yeah, not bad, but just not as impressive as their revenue, you know, because they're not selling a lot of first-party games. I think that's the biggest problem. If they sold more first-party games, then they'd actually make more, their margins would be better. But they don't have a lot of first-party games that are selling like crazy. So yeah. But yes, other stuff that you said, absolutely right. PlayStation selling 20 million, that's great, but it's not necessarily resulted into more games for us. At least not right now. 6G Red Light says, are you going to get Monster Hunter Wilds? Yes, I'm going to get Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes. That is the Xenoblade Chronicles X. The games I'm looking forward to this year. Yes, I am going to get Monster Hunter Wilds. I think I'm going to get a review code for it. So shout outs. Thank you, Red Light, with the $10 dono JoJo boys. Yo, we going on a double platinum tonight. Let's go. Shaw X with the $5. Says these directs feel more like board meetings rather than gaming event. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they do. Especially when they bring out like those nerdy ladies to talk about it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Do they even play? You know, like I'm not sure if they even play like that. So they just sound like they're reading a teleprompt, you know, which is fine. Reggie kind of sounded like that at times too. But Reggie, you know, he came out. I'm kicking ass and taking names and stuff like that. Excuse my French, but that's what he said. So it's like a little bit different thing, like with Reggie, you know. So yeah. Does shareholders even care about revenue or only profit? Shareholders absolutely care about profit. Yeah, they want to know how profitable a company is. Profit margins are really important because if you're making a bunch of money, but you're not actually making any money that goes into the bank, then it's not as good. Like it's okay. That's cool that you have marketability, that you actually have a way to make money, but you got to find a way to actually make profit. Like that's what companies love. Companies love profit. Companies will take profit over revenue any day of the week, you know, if you can get way more profit than revenue, you know? So that's why Sony's doing different things. So to help with that, you know, to help try to cut the expenditure and increase the profit margin, you know, because the profit margin is slim. For making all that revenue, the profit margin is pretty slim, right? $11 billion, $775 million in terms of what you take home. You made $11 billion in revenue, but your profit margin was only $775 million. That's a lot of it being spent on R&D, on system, on payroll, on buildings, on whatever else you're spending it on, right? All the live service games you canceled, you know, all that type of stuff, right? So they got to figure, I mean, I think that if Sony didn't have the live service kerfuffle, right? Let's just say that they decided to actually make regular games. If they didn't do that, this quarter would have been, it was already a really impressive quarter, you know? It would have been insane. It would have been like maybe like Nintendo's, well, not quite like Nintendo's 2021, but it would have been near that, like in terms of like that crazy profit margin. Remember, Nintendo with the Switch by itself has made more money and profit more than all of their other systems almost combined. So that's how much profit and revenue Nintendo's made with the Nintendo Switch by itself, right? So they could have maybe had a year that was close to the record profit margins that Nintendo's had with the Switch, like in some of their best years, if they actually didn't go through the whole canceling live service. But they're spending a lot, yet their profit margins aren't there, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal because they're making a ton, and eventually they'll get that back on track, you know. But the state of play wasn't very good, and that didn't help the narrative, at least for right now at this point. But yeah, very impressive. 75 million units sold, which is very good. It's right on par with PS4. It's a little bit behind PS4 at this time, a little bit behind PS4, about 1.5 million behind PS4 launch aligned, because the PS4 launched in different areas in different years. So yeah. Monado Mario with the 64 months says, with the Jonan says 64 months. By the way, I saw Pretenga's video about the Real Game Awards. He's totally on point on what went wrong with the Grifter Awards. Oh, well, please play Theme X. Yeah, I didn't see Pretenga's video at this point. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out later. I don't think they care, though. To be honest, I think it's just a money laundering scheme for Stuttering Craig. It's just a money laundering scheme at this point. Shoutouts though. Sony needs to actually push out games, start making smaller AA titles, fill the gaps. They did state that, so yes. I'm glad that you brought that up. I think that one thing that will actually make the state of plays better, if they had some games like Astrobot, more family games or more games that they can make in like a smaller amount of time that were really good, you know. And I think that that's what they're working on. They said that they're gonna have more family games like Astrobot in the future, so I'd expect them to invest more into AA. And now that they're kind of pivoting from the live service thing but that's going to take a while for them to really overhaul that. So I do think that's coming. So yeah. Would Sony be better off if they didn't go all in on the Dumpster Fire trio, Concord, Skullbone, and the end of Rocksteady? If Sony did Sony go all in? Those are third-party games. 2 of those are third-party games. So what do you mean by that, Zoob? Even the low-key directs, Nintendo at least have a few surprises. The last direct had Echoes of Wisdom, first look at Metroid Prime 4 for years, and the restart of development. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of the Nintendo Switch era, you know, so it's like, eh. What surprised me is 42% of new customers only go up later this year. They confirmed Ghost of Yotei and Death Stranding 2, GTA 6 end of year, be a huge show. Oh yeah, those are all going to be big overall. Those are all going to be big, but I mean, like, oof. There's not much, you know, there's not much in terms of first party. I mean, there's just at the end of the year, so we're still waiting till the end of the year. But I mean, there's Lost Soul aside, you know, but we've been waiting for that game for a while, which is good. But it looks like it's going to be okay. But everything else seems to be multi-platform, or it's like we're waiting till the end of the year. You know, Ghost of Yotei, that's going to be big seller. I think Death Stranding 2, that's going to be a big seller. You know, they're all, I mean, we'll see about Death Stranding 2. I think it'll be a big seller. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. GTA is going to be a huge seller. Going to be massive. Even Loki directs Nintendo has a few surprises the last direct had. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. People in the chat just talking like they know business. Yeah, sometimes people don't know what they're talking about, you know. One was first party, the other was other two had the biggest Sony marketing deals of any games last year. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, they banked. I mean, that's not really much though. Just giving a company money to do marketing deals, that doesn't really mean anything. Like, it does, but it doesn't, you know. Like, it just gives, you have extra marketing budget to spend. It's not like they're spending it on first party. So if you have a marketing budget and you want to throw it behind something, you can do that, you know. Like, that's not really like showing any type of commitment like that much. It's just like, hey, we think that this game could be popular. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they definitely threw some weight behind some trash. Like, if that's what you're trying to say, I agree with you. Yeah, they threw some weight behind some garbage. Yeah, I agree with you there, because those games, those were all dookie, Zoob. Yeah, like those were all trash. Concord, Skull and Bones, and Suicide Squad. You know, so those were all trash. Let's see. Do you think State of Play should end it with Lost Soul aside? I mean, they've shown that game a million times. Like, that's not what an ender is. That's what I'm saying. We need directs. Like, that's not what an ender is. Like, an ender is a game that maybe you've announced the game, maybe you've shown it once before and it's like the biggest game. Okay, you've shown the game before, you want to end on, I don't know, like the first real look at Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, but that's because you haven't been showing the game. But you can't end on a game that you've already shown, that's already been demoed, that's already been revealed multiple times. And I think that's the problem. Games take so long to develop that they will show them like 7 times. How many times are we going to see Metal Gear Solid, like Delta? Like, they're going to show Metal Gear Solid over and over and over and over and over and over. Lost Soul aside, they've shown that game's been in development for like 10 years. Like, we've seen it a million times. Like, if you want to get it, you're going to get it at this point. Like, I know some people maybe haven't seen it, but we've already seen it. We've already seen it a million times. Like, so for me at least, like, when you do an ender, it's got to be a game that people are anticipating and they haven't really shown it much or really at all, or it's a brand new game. Like, it's a brand new, like, oh, we're announcing this new title for the first time. Like, that's what an ender is. So ending on Lost Soul aside doesn't make the show better. It actually probably makes it worse. I think they ended on the new Housemarque game. That was probably the best ender that they could end on, was that, because it's a brand new game and it's, you know, building off of one of their better games, which would be Returnal. So that's probably the best game that they could have talked about. You know, yeah, there was no gameplay, but we know what we're getting with that, right? We're getting a really good third-person shooter rogue type of thing that's gonna build off of what was great about, you know, Returnal. So to me, that's probably the game that you end it with. I think they were right to do that. You know. Like I said before, they could end with the Bloodborne remake remaster instantly good. Yeah, if they ended with Bloodborne remake remaster, it would have automatically been a great state of play. It would have been a great state of play if they ended with that. Yeah, Because people have been wanting that. People have been wanting, and it would have been a great state of play. People would have had a very different opinion of state of play if they ended with Returnal. Or sorry, if they ended with Bloodborne Remastered. Or even if they ended with, like, let's just say, like, the God of War trilogy or God of War anthology or whatever the heck you want. Like, all the God of War games, you know, 4K 60 frames, all on PS5 Pro enhanced, all on one Blu-ray disc. I mean, even if they ended on that, that would have been like, oh, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I want that, you know? That would have been really good. So it's like, you know, it just depends. You need to let Bloodborne go. It's not happening. One of these days it'll happen. Check out Returnal. Returnal's probably my favorite PS5 Sony first party game. I think it is. There's not too many this generation at least, but it might be my favorite Sony first party game. Do you think Switch can get Pokemon Black and White remakes announced before Switch 2 comes out? There's a rumor for them. I don't think so. Not before Switch 2 comes out, no. I think that they're probably going to do Pokemon Legends ZA. They're going to talk about that. They haven't even shown another trailer for that one yet, Leaf Storm. Let's see here. Nintendo makes the most profit, but their revenue is kind of low. Maybe I don't understand how the stock market works. Well, their revenue is kind of low because obviously there's not a ton of new games that came out, and they're not selling a ton of systems. I mean, their revenue's still okay, it's still solid, but yeah, their profit margins are good because their development costs right now at this point aren't super high. So yeah, companies, what stock market people want? They want high revenue, but they want to see how much you're actually making. Profitable companies are the most valuable companies for the most part. Now, yes, there are some companies that can just push revenue and say, we're making this much, but we spend this much, and we're making a lot of money, so invest in us. Like Netflix is one of those companies. But that's the reason why their prices keep on going up and up and up and up, because their profit margins are slim. Their revenue's super high, but their profit margins are slim because they're paying out so much money to all these different creators who make movies for them, and they pay for licensing deals. They pay for so much stuff. So that's good, but that's why they keep on raising the prices, because their profit margins are trash. You know, that's why if you see why, same thing with Sony. Why is Sony always raising their prices? Why is Microsoft raising their prices? Their profit margins are bad. So that's the problem, and that's what their investors are pushing for. You guys have great revenue. Yeah, you're making $11 billion, $12 billion, $50 billion, but your profit margins are terrible. That's not good for us. That's not good for our dividends. That's not good for what we want, you know? So, or for the stock value. So that's the reason why prices keep going up, you know? Shout outs to Jay Loomis with the $2. Thank you so much, Jay Loomis. I appreciate that. So yeah. Do you think Bloodborne Remastered still happens? Bloodborne Remastered? Yes, I think it'll happen at some point. Xbox seems to be most secretive with how numbers and how well they're doing. Yeah, in terms of console sales, they don't announce them at all. They don't announce console sales. They don't announce numbers of Game Pass. They don't announce anything. All they announce is, like, I think they just announce, like, revenue, and then, like, they announce, like, hardware sales, like, year on year, but they don't announce actual numbers for anything. I heard some people didn't even know it's a sequel to Returnal. I don't think it's a sequel to Returnal, Xeno Wielder. They never said that. They said that it's the next in line of what they've done. So I don't think it's a sequel. It doesn't look like a sequel. It just looks like, oh, we're making another game that's like Returnal, but it's not a sequel. So no, I don't think that it is. Joseph, he's joking around. Shaw X is joking. He's joking around. He's not serious. I love Returnal, although I just wish you could carry 2 weapons instead of 1, especially for later levels. Yeah, I don't know why. Did they fix that in the update? They might have fixed that in the update, where you can carry. I would like for them to be able to carry a couple different, right? Like a few, maybe like 3 or 4 different. Like you can swap between them. I'm not sure if they fixed that or not, and I don't remember the game too much. I remember playing it and I liked it back in 2021, but I mean, I played it, beat it one time, and I was like, I'm never playing this crap again, you know. So. Listen, if Nintendo Direct on April 2nd had Wind Waker re-releases, its only notable games shown, it would be a trash Direct, a remaster. I don't care what the game is, doesn't make the system. If the Direct had April 2nd had a Wind Waker release, its only notable game shown, be a trash Direct. Nobody said that it'd be a great Direct on just simply one game being shown. I'm just saying that if you have a game that people are really looking forward to, that helps shift the perspective of the whole show. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? If Bloodborne Remaster gets announced, that it's, oh wow, we got Bloodborne Remaster plus the new Housemarque game, plus the Lost Tides or whatever, Tides of an Out, plus it becomes more favorable. You know, it becomes way more favorable when you do it that way. It's almost like sports. If you thought, like, if you have let's just say you have 1 touchdown pass and 250 yards, that looks okay. But if you have 1 more touchdown pass and 250 yards, man, that looks a lot better. The game looks, and it's just 1 touchdown pass. Oh, it's just, but it looks a lot better. 2 TDs and 250 looks a lot better than 1 TD and 250. You know, so that's what I'm trying to say. Is like it changes the perception of the show. You know, so yeah. Let's see, can't they buy Bloodborne on the PSN store? I don't have the PS5, so I don't know. Yeah, you can buy Bloodborne on the PSN store. They want a remaster because it runs at 30 frames with dips. Like, it doesn't run great. Obviously, the resolution isn't, 4K. So what people want is that they want a remaster of Bloodborne, Sweet Tea. They want it to where it's a remaster. They want it at 4K, 60 frames, or 4K, 120. They don't want to play it at, I think it's, what is it running at? 1080p 30 or something like that. Or whatever they don't, and with dips, they don't want that. They want it running better and looking better. That's what the Bloodborne, the Souls fans want. Gamers need to host the events. The business people sap all the fun out of the room. I mean, what does that mean? so yeah. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the $10 dono. Let's go. And he says, evening player essence, what's up ninjas? Hope everyone is doing well and having a good evening so far. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Cyber Torch with the $10. We are having a great evening. And I messed up on the JoJo's, guys. I'm sorry. I think we got 8. I think we got 10 JoJo's already. Thank you, because like Justin did a 50 piece. Big love. Thank you so much. 123 on the board. Combo breakers. 133 on the board now. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, them being the majority shareholder in FromSoft doesn't mean that a Bloodborne remaster is coming more so or not, because they hold the rights to Bloodborne. It's literally their game. It's a first party game essentially. So them having more, a bit more, the biggest shareholder, that doesn't mean anything. They own the game already. They don't get any more ownership over, and they can't necessarily tell FromSoft what to do. They don't own a majority share of the of FromSoft. They just own a majority into the highest out of all the investors, which is still not a large percentage, if you see what I'm saying. They don't own a majority of FromSoft or Katakawa or whatever. They just own the largest out of all the investors. So keep that in mind, Nick. You can't tell them what to do. If FromSoft doesn't want to do a Bloodborne remaster, if they're not going to do it, Sony needs to find a way to get it done some other type of way and work with them. So that's the thing. They can't force them to do anything. Now, they can have influence because they are a shareholder and they do have a majority stake, but they can't say, do this now because we own you. They don't own them, So keep that in mind. I think there was a lot of confusion about the majority, they own the biggest majority or the highest majority share and the majority of the company. They don't own the majority of the company. Katakawa wanted them to outright buy them, and Sony said, no, we're not doing that. Sony said, no, we're good, but we'll increase our stake in your company. And they're like, okay, we'll take it, because it flushed them with cash. That's what they wanted. They wanted cash to fund their anime crap. So that's really what they were looking for. So yeah, they already have big influence within them anyway. I don't think that doesn't change anything. In my opinion, that doesn't change anything. And it's the Katakawa. It's not the FromSoft. It's Katakawa's looking for the money. FromSoft isn't looking for the money. Like, FromSoft is FromSoft. They'll make what they feel like making. It's Katakawa that's looking for the money to fund other things. They simply want someone so they can get bought out, so they can have more money, so they can do more things. That's really what it comes down to. So really, it's more of the influence over anime more so than anything. That's why people were saying this is not about FromSoft or anything. This is about anime, because Sony also has stake in the Crunchyroll or whatever the case is. So this is more about anime and getting flush for cash for that more so than video games. So just keep that in mind. And that's something that it's out there. Like if you look at what people, just go back and look at the articles that people were talking about. It's definitely more of an anime move. And once again, it's for Katakawa to do that. They have influence already with them from software. If they want to do a Bloodborne remaster, they're gonna do it. I don't think this doesn't change anything. If they want to do it, they'll do it. If they don't want to do it, then they won't do it. That's really it. You can't force them. You can't force them to do it now. Like it doesn't change anything. If they want to do it, they will do it. If they don't, then they don't. This doesn't change it. I mean, anime or animation doesn't make any money. All rely on merch, toys, and Blu-ray to make money. Yeah, that's not true. So that's definitely not true. They make plenty of money. Like if you have a banger anime, you can make plenty of money with movies. You can make plenty of money with syndications. You can make plenty of money with anime outside. It's not just toys, merch, and all that. No, that's not true. For example, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer made a ton of money in movies and in stuff, not just merch and sales and stuff like that. So that's definitely not true. Same thing with Naruto. Naruto movies would just make money as well. So yeah. There's also video games, license for video games. You get a fat check anytime that a company wants to make a video game, and if you find a developer to do it, they'll say, hey, how much is it? You get the license, they'll just write you the check for the amount that you're looking for. So that Demon Slayer game, plus you get royalties on that. So that Demon Slayer video game made a ton of money for the creators of Demon Slayer, made a ton of money off that video game that came out recently. Not the board game, but the other game, the fighting game. So yeah. That's what many grifters worry about. Sony is trying to control anime, and apparently that's a bad thing. Yeah, having all anime routed through one entity is definitely not a good thing. That's not a good thing. You don't ever want anybody to own everything of one thing. Like let's say for example, bottled water. You don't want one company to own all of the bottled water in wherever you live, or you don't want one place to own all of the, I don't know, light bulbs, or one place to own, you don't ever want one place to own everything, or like own any one of anything. That's not good for the consumer. So yeah. That's not good for the consumer. Guys, any games? My first JRPG, Dragon Quest 11, turn-based modern. Dragon Quest 11's fine if you're looking for a turn-based modern game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime makes millions of cards and movies. Putting promos on movies makes fans go see the movies plus games. Yeah, it's speaking about TV shows. I mean, they make money off the syndication. I mean, like maybe the broke animes don't, but the top animes definitely. MS has a monopoly. It's evil. I mean, it is. If Sony has a monopoly, it's fine. What does that mean, TM? Like, I don't know what that means. Explain to me more. Someone should buy Anthem and make it something out of it because EA don't know what they're doing with that concept. Nobody's gonna buy Anthem. Like, why? So if you had money, let's just say you had money. Like, everybody all want to spend somebody else's money. So if you had a lot of money, 6G red light, would you buy Anthem? So if Anthem was on sale for, I don't know, let's just say a number of millions of dollars, right? Would you spend your millions of dollars on Anthem? But somebody else should do it, huh? Somebody else should buy it. But if you had your own money, if you were a businessman, would you spend your money on Anthem instead of doing something else with it? Hell no, you wouldn't. So don't be telling somebody else to spend their money on ghetto Anthem, okay? Everybody always want to spend somebody else's money. But would you do it if you were a businessman or if you ran one of these companies? Would you approach EA and say, give me Anthem? Hell no, you wouldn't. We all know you wouldn't. Just create something new. Take that money and put it into something that you know is going to be successful. Why the hell would you buy Anthem? Oh my gosh. Let's see here. OJ, let's put our money together and buy Anthem, make it great. Yeah, I know. Seriously. People out here talking about, you wouldn't spend your, right? 6G, tell me, you wouldn't spend your money on Anthem, would you? I know you wouldn't. Let's see, Texas Instruments has a monopoly on graphing calculators. This product is a $15 product. They can charge over $100. Can't you get third-party graphing calculators? But But I see what you're saying though. To answer your question truthfully, like honestly, and not joking around, 6G light or 6G red light. My bad. 6G red light. To answer your question, like I mean, maybe somebody could take Anthem and make it into something, but I don't think EA would sell. To be honest, I don't think EA would sell it because they would think maybe we can turn it back into something later down the line. So I don't think EA would even sell it, you know, to keep it a buck. I don't think they would. I'm not sure if they would, 6G. What's up, Adroxus? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Good point, but I doubt it's ever gonna happen. Bandai Namco, Square Enix own several popular animes too. Yeah, we'll see though, man. We'll see. Overall, I mean, I don't know. Like, it is what it is. Please, no. Let's see here. No, politics stuff, please, in the chat, Jay Loomis. The franchise isn't strong. Why would anyone buy it? I don't know. Nobody would really buy it. But I see what 6G is trying to say. 6G is trying to say, like, yo, like, they're not going to do anything with it. Why can't they give it to somebody else? But nobody wants to buy it. That's the thing. It's not a hot franchise. You know? So we're basically on the whole Nintendo Direct, and we're just talking about random stuff. But essentially, with the state of play that went down recently, obviously, Sony's numbers came out. Sony's doing incredibly good, which nobody's denying that. They're doing incredible. 75 million plus units sold, which that came out late last night. But they didn't give us, the only thing that I don't like is that, like, it's cool. So like, I actually commented on it on Twitter. I was like 75 million. I went over like launch aligned, and the numbers are great, but they didn't give us any video game sales numbers. Like they didn't give us a top 10. They didn't give us an Astrobot update. They didn't give us anything else. You know, they didn't give us anything else. So yeah. They didn't give us anything else when it comes down to it. So it's unfortunate. So very unfortunate that they didn't, because it would have been nice to get some more of the, like, the different, like, I want to see updates like on Spider-Man, updates on, like, you know, like Astrobot, updates on Horizon, update, like it would be cool if they gave us a top 10, but they don't. But that's the only thing that I would say that I didn't like. But everything else was fine. Like, I mean, all they really said was they gave us just like updated like profit numbers and things like that, which is cool, you know, which is dope. But it would be cool if they actually like went over a little bit more. Shout outs to everybody here. We're at 71 likes. We got 200 plus viewers, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's go. If we don't get the next direct this week, I think they're just gonna drop the news on Twitter. That'd be the rumored Robobot port. We'll see, Chaka. We'll see, Chaka Pacheco. We will see. You never know. You never know. Let's see. I wanted to finally see Wolverine gameplay. What happened? I mean, Wolverine's probably gonna come in a PlayStation showcase. If they do a PlayStation showcase later this year, I think they might have one at the end of the year where they go over like games that are coming out 2026 or maybe 2027. I mean, who knows? So yeah. Let's see. Disney and Netflix also own their own. Okay, yeah, I read it. My bad. EA doesn't have a monopoly on Anthem mechanics and setting the premise. They copy from Iron Man, Destiny, Warfare, respectively. Just copy Anthem instead of buying it.
I want all of the big three to do good, because if there's no competition, you get stuff like what's happening with Nvidia and the 50 series.
So the 50 series, that's the graphics cards, right? So they're having problems with the scalping situation. So what about AMD? Doesn't AMD make graphics cards too, or I guess they're nowhere near as good as Nvidia's graphics cards. I mean, I've always used Nvidia. I've always been an Nvidia dude. So yeah. Thank you for the $3, Justin. Thank you for the $3, Ronaldo Mario.
BTW found that renowned grifter's video where he indirectly responds to your post-debate discussion. I read him like a book. He think he won, and his rebuttals are mostly the same but worse. He really bothered how you talk about Grumps stole breast milk lol. think it would be nice if you can react to his video, but at the same time I also think you don't need to lol. I commented on his video if he is ready. Always welcome for round 2. Also if he thinks he won, why he never post the entire debate. Lol.
I'm not debating that guy. So you can give him this, you can send him this right here. I'm not debating him because he's a moron. Like, you're an idiot. Like, if you're watching, you're an idiot. And you can clip it, you can react to it, you're stupid. You're dumb. But like, what's up? What camera? Oh, okay, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me help my wife out here. Where's the... Wait. Yeah, wait, what is this, though? Oh, this is the app. Oh, okay. But I don't know... Okay, yeah, I found it. Give me a second. It's gonna... Let me just connect this for my wife real quick, guys, and then we'll... Wait, hold up. I don't... Alright, here we go. Yeah, sorry guys, let me just help out. No, it's okay. You gonna do a giveaway?
Yeah.
How much you trying to give away?
Maybe like
$30?
$30. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that might work.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so can you close the door, babe? Thank you. So the reason why I'm not gonna Monotomorrow, thank you for the double donos, and you can link him this, you can clip it or whatever the case is. The reason why I'm not gonna debate that renowned dude, which I forgot his name. The reason why I'm not gonna debate him, and which I've already said this before, but the reason why I'm not gonna, because he's a moron. Like, he's an idiot. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time with somebody that's stupid. Like, he's probably barely past high school. He's not educated at all. This dude just listens to grifters all day. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And if you get so upset that I made fun of Grums stealing breast milk, Grums stole breast milk. Like, Grums is a scammer. He sits here, he doesn't finish his games. Like, if you're defending scammers and if you're defending somebody who stole breast milk and somebody who's been basically caused all sorts of issues in everywhere that he's went to, why am I gonna sit here? Why am I gonna sit here and debate somebody again? I'm sorry, I felt like I lost brain cells debating that guy. So I'm not gonna sit here and debate these idiotic, you know what I'm saying, low educated, stupid grifters. Like, I ain't gonna be sitting here and debate, especially ones at the bottom of the totem pole. This dude sucks. His whole channel is trash. This dude's whole existence has been absolutely nothing. He's been on YouTube for 20 years. I should have probably looked at his sub count first. He's been on YouTube for going on 20 years and has 2,000 subscribers. He's a fraud. He's a bum. He's a nobody. He's a nothing. I'm not going to waste my time.
According to Steam hard charts as of March 2024, 78% of Steam users had an Nvidia GPU, compared to 14.64% AMD. So there's no competition, so they do what they want pretty much, unfortunately.
Those are some numbers, man. Those are some numbers. Yeah, I mean, I guess there you go, Justin. So that's it. So everybody's got Nvidia GPUs. People like Nvidia more. 78% on Nvidia. That's crazy. Nearly 80%. Were you the Nvidia guy or the AMD guy? I was the AMD guy. I got bodied so hard it made me change to Nvidia graphics cards, bro. But then again, I probably should have always been on the Nvidia side, considering I had an Nvidia. Graphics card even back then. I had one. So with my PC that I had a 2015 iBuyPower PC. So it was an Nvidia. I think was it a 1080? I think it was a 1080. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I need the backstory of the Grums and breast milk Pokemon Legends Arceus battle thing, please. Big love to Madar Mario. Thank you for the double donos. But yeah, I'm not reacting to that dude. I'm not doing anymore. I'm not responding to him. You guys can let him know that I think that he's an idiot, you know, and if he wants to say whatever he wants to say, that's fine, but the guy's actually an idiot. Like I said, he compared the gaming industry to McDonald's. So like his experience working at McDonald's. So that right there tells you everything that you need to know. That right there tells you everything that you need to know about that guy. Like, he's sitting here trying to compare it to McDonald's. And also, he's a liar. He's a fraud. He sat there tried to talk about everything's a grift. Like, he's just a grift. Everything is, to him. So I ain't got nothing else to say. This guy's an idiot. So whatever he wants to think, whatever he can say on his channel. I'm gonna say whatever I say on my channel. And I'm not debating morons. I'm not debating somebody as stupid as him. Like I said, I felt like I lost brain cells talking to that guy. I'm not trying to talk down to him, but his channel sucks. Like he's been on YouTube for 16 plus years, going on 20 years. He's got 2,000 subscribers. This dude, and really all he's doing is just shifting personas. He's just using different masks. He's been sitting here trying to find his niche for 20 years. He's fake, sitting here switching off, making videos about Smash Brothers and doing all different, like, this dude's a fake, so I'm good. Thank you, Casual Noob, with the $1 dono. And also, Justin comes in with another 3 shout-outs.
What's a Big Mac got to do with video games? Lol.
He was trying to equate it to companies' shipping logs or companies talking about certain products and how much they put compared to what actually gets sold. And I'm like, dude, there's no relevance. Because he was trying to make it seem as if Square Enix was lying about the sales numbers for Dragon Quest. Like, he was trying to make it seem as if they were lying or they were fluffing the numbers. And I'm like, no, you're a moron and you don't understand how shipping and how game sales work. There is a supplier, there is a provider, then there's the supplier, provider, whatever, or there is the retailer, then there's like the supplier. Square Enix, they supply the video games, they sell the video games to these stores. The stores get that, they pay a certain price for a certain number of orders. Square Enix now gets their money, so in their books that is sold. Now obviously sold through to customer is a completely different thing. Square Enix is not going to know accurately be sold through to customer because each day there are new copies being sold. So sold through is a number that maybe after a while and you have a few months of data that's safe and you say, okay, we know for a fact because of our shipping that we've sold through X, Y, and Z amount because they've ordered it this, and this time. But that's why you see a lot of delay between sold through and actual shipped or sold. But Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, whatever they sell that to the retailer, if it's a physical game, it's off their books, right? It's off their books, it's whatever. Now, if you go all digital, then clearly you will know the accurate sales numbers at all points, at all times, and at all points. You'll know what it is because there is no stock or inventory in digital because they do not, it doesn't register until they actually type in that code if they buy it from the store or just buy it on the eShop. So when we eventually go all digital in the future, then yeah, you'll know exactly the amount a company sold. But until then, it's always going to be, hey, this is what we've shipped because we have a ton of units that are physical, that are in stores. We know for sure Square Enix has sold nearly pretty much 1 million, actually no, not even nearly, 1 million plus copies of Dragon Quest physical. So they're going to say ship numbers. They're going to say, hey, look, this is how much we've sold to retailers plus the consumers, digital and physical, both. This guy was trying to say that they're fluffing numbers with physical, and I'm like, no, they're not fluffing numbers because we know how much they sold physical, we know how much they sold, and digital, you can't lie about your sales numbers, and Dragon Quest is big. So he was trying to make it seem as if they were fluffing or they were manipulating the numbers when there was no evidence that that was even being done in the first place, you know? So I'm saying he's an idiot, so I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time with an idiot. So find his niche. Nah, he's just been grifting, etc. Exactly. Well, he's been trying to find his niche over the 16 years he's been making content. 2,000 subscribers after 16 years. I mean, my man, just drop, put the fries in the bag. What are you doing? Let's see. He also now uses RE2 selling way better than OG. When it comes to remakes, don't sell better than OG. I don't tell me anything that guy has to say. I'm done talking about him. He's a complete idiot. He's a complete idiot with the failed channel. All right. So, trying to run gaming publishers like Mickey D's is how we get these gravy chain chases and crash and burn live service. Yeah. So yeah. They want to take the disk drive out, not because of how many games were sold digital versus physical. They want to take the disk drive out so they force you to buy digital and don't give and remove the middleman. It has nothing to do with people just buying, because they want They're intentionally trying to make you buy digital. They're trying to take away your options so you have less ways to even buy physical. That's what they're trying to do. It's not a natural thing to where it's like, oh yeah, everyone's just buying digital now and screw physical. They're actively removing ways for you to buy physical. They're actively shipping less. They're actively doing less. So that's what's happening right now. They're actively not making as many physical copies. They're not restocking. They're doing things to manipulate the numbers overall. If Sony and Microsoft wanted physical numbers to actually be good, they would do things to actually make physical numbers good like Nintendo does. Like making plenty of physical copies. Like actually having physical deals or whatever the case is, or having special editions with real physical copies. But yeah, when a company doesn't want you to buy physical, they'll do things to actively make you buy digital. And that's what Microsoft and Sony are both doing. They're trying intentionally by removing the disk drive on purpose. There's no need to remove it from Sony. Why remove it? They literally created the technology. It costs them nothing to put the disk drive in there. And it sure as hell isn't $80 for them to make a disk drive. They're literally the creators of the technology. So they're intentionally trying to manipulate and fudge the numbers. Let me give you another reason why. Even when we started with the PlayStation 5, they removed the disk drive and removed $100 off the top of the price at launch of the PS5 versus the PS5 all digital. $100, it doesn't cost them $100 to make a disk drive and put it in there. They did that simply to manipulate the audience into thinking you're getting a deal by buying an all digital PlayStation 5, but really at the end of the day, they're just trying to push you to buy all digital. So yeah, the numbers are higher because they're actively manipulating people into only buying digital. That's what they're doing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It doesn't cost them $100 or $80 to put a disc drive in the PS5. It doesn't. They're trying to remove the middleman because they make more money off of you buying digital. If you don't see that, I'm not going to try to sit here and, we don't got to go back and forth, but that's the truth. The truth is they're trying to remove the middleman. They're trying to remove used games, and they know that they can make more profit off of you buying digital. So they're going to do everything that they can to manipulate that. But it does not cost them $100 or $80 to put a disc drive in a PS5. That's insane. It probably cost them like $10 or something like that. They are manipulating the market into buying more digital, which is just what it is. It's not $10. It's not $100. Like when they launched the PS5, it's not $100 difference between a freaking disc drive and not. That's insane. We all know that's not true. That's manipulation. There's no other way about it. $100 difference between a PS5 all digital and a PS5 physical. What the heck? Why is it $100? It doesn't cost them $100 to put a disc drive in there. That's insane. They're trying to push you. They're trying to push you to buy digital because they know that if they cut out the middleman, they can make way more money off you in the first place. That's what it is. Like, so yeah, when you do stuff like that, then yeah, like you're gonna get your digital numbers are gonna skyrocket when you do stuff like that. Absolutely. Same thing with Microsoft. They make an all digital Xbox Series S. Yeah, you're gonna manipulate. You do Game Pass, you do stuff. You do Game Pass, you do all digital Xbox Series S, all digital Xbox Series X. Those things are gonna manipulate the numbers to be skewed towards digital. You start not shipping games like physical games. Hellblade didn't get a physical copy. Avowed didn't get a physical copy. Yeah, you do all these things to manipulate the numbers. Yes, people are gonna buy more digital. But funny how Nintendo's physical sales went up. More people are buying physical than ever. Well, I wonder why. I wonder why. By the way, the Switch is probably the most convenient system to have digital. Switch is the most convenient system to be all digital because it's a portable system. You can take it anywhere. You're probably not going to have all your games with you at all the time or whatever the case is, right? Like you're not going to travel with like a big old pack of games. So it's actually really convenient for the Switch to be an all digital system, and it's not. Because they still believe in physical copies. They still believe in selling physical games, which it's paying off for them because people are buying physical, So, just let me know I need to change my nickname. What's up, Level Operator? Not to mention special editions for these Sony games don't have physicals. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're doing everything in their power for you to buy. Like, so even if you buy a physical special edition, there's a download code in a box. So it's like, so even if you wanted a physical edition, some of them do not actually have a physical game there. that physical special edition will count towards the digital sales. It's insane. How is that not manipulation? So yeah. And that's fine. And that's fine for you, Nick. But what I'm trying to tell you is that they're manipulating the numbers to get to that. If you don't want to see that, or if you don't care, that's fine. You don't have to. But what I'm telling you is that it's a manipulation of the market. They want to cut out the middleman, and they make more money you buying digital. It's not for your betterment. Like, it's not for your betterment. Justin with the $3.
Honestly, if you want your disc PS5 to be digital, only just duct tape the disc drive shut. Lol.
Yeah. Just duct tape it. But like, that's fine. If you want to sit there and say, I don't need physical, I need all digital, that's why, and be happy, then that's fine. Be happy. But I'm telling you, as a consumer, that doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit you having less options. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. But if you want to be happy doing all, then do all digital. Be my guest. Be my guest. Do all digital. Have at it. Have fun. But as a consumer, options are better for you. That is what makes things better. We've even seen some publishers see physical game sales then discount their games digital. So even passively, digital guys and physical guys have gotten discounts based off of what's happening on the stores. I've seen where sometimes there's a PSN sale, you can get this game for $20 or $30, then all of a sudden Target will have that same game on sale. So they work hand in hand. It's better to have both, the option. That's all I'm trying to say. But if you think that it's okay for them to manipulate things because people are buying digital, that doesn't mean you should remove the option for physical. That doesn't mean that we should be gearing towards that. For what? For less options? That's not a good thing for us. I mean, it's a good thing for Sony, but we're not Sony. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want them to make money. I want them to do well, but removing options is not good for us. It's not good for me. It's not good for consumers. You can still buy, you can still buy all digital and not remove the disc drive does not need to be removed. That's simply just say, that's an FU to the consumer. That's it. There ain't no benefit for us. There's no benefit. My PS5 is all digital too. I got an all digital PS5 and I didn't buy an all digital PS5. My PS5 can be all digital if I want it to be. The option is better than no option. That's all I'm trying to say. But if you want to sit here and say, oh, well, who cares? Okay, no problem. When they start manipulating prices to where you don't get all those discounts or deals or things that you used to get before, then you're going to be wishing that physical was around. Don't say I didn't tell you. Let's see here. I didn't read your dono. All right, let me get your dono right off. My bad. The casual noobs, I am not excited for Wolverine after the pre-build gameplay leak. It doesn't look fun. I'm glad I wasn't shown. Also, my mom was watching. He says that you are not fun tonight because you are not yelling at everyone. LOL. She loves your streams. I'm not yelling. I was yelling at people today. I'm definitely yelling at people today. What are you talking about? In terms of the Wolverine build, do not be discouraged about Wolverine over a pre-alpha build. That's insane, bro. The game, it's a pre-alpha build. It ain't gonna be. It's nowhere near done. So don't get it. I mean, trust me, if you saw Splatoon when that was in pre-alpha, trust me, you wouldn't like that either. So no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, wait till the actual game comes out and then you can get excited or not. Or wait till they actually show the game, present it, you know? I don't think you can judge it on a pre-alpha build. To me, that doesn't make sense. Big love, guys. We are humming along. Thank you guys for the donos. Almost 150 on the combo board. Let's see if we can get to 200, the double platinum. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. How much longer do you think it'll be before everyone is just gaming on PC because digital's taking over? It's still gonna be a while. People still like their consoles. What's up, Benz 310? Shout outs, Benz. Is Juice Man Vaughn here? What's up? Is Juice Man Vaughn here? What's up, Juice Man Vaughn? Oh no, the Mango Man Juice is here. Mango Man Juice. DuckTales servers shut down and everyone who has a digital lost access to it. DuckTales servers, yeah. I mean, the thing about digital, guys, another problem with digital is that, you know, at any point Microsoft or Sony, they can and Nintendo, they can take your license. They can take your license. They can take your license away, you know? Imagine getting a big physical collection and you get robbed. I've been robbed of my physical collection before, but if you get robbed of your physical collection, that's because you are not doing a good job of protecting your physical collection. So if you have a big physical collection, there's a couple different ways that you can protect your physical collection. You can, I don't know, buy a security system. So now in my house is a fortress. I have cameras, I have security system, I have auto locks, I have all sorts of stuff to make sure that my house is secure. I got bullet resistant glasses. I've got all sorts of stuff. So if you have a big physical collection, simply protect it. Simply protect it, and you're good. So that's, and it'll help you. You should be having your life protected anyway when it comes to your house. So if you have a big physical collection, do the thing that you're supposed to do, which is secure your house. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you do that, you're probably not going to get anything stolen from you. You have window sensors. If you're out, as soon as they go up, they'll start ring, boom. Police are coming. Anybody that's trying to steal, they're gonna run. They're not gonna stay around when there's an alarm because they know. Put up the signs, your ADT or your Simply Safe. Put up your signs, put up your stickers, and I guarantee you ain't nobody gonna hit your house. Guaranteed I'll keep almost everybody out from your house. Let's see here. There could be a fire, OJ. Well, if there's a fire, then you need to have insurance on your house. So if you have insurance, then obviously they'll cover what's inside your house. So they'll cover that. I mean,
someone can steal your digital PS5 too.
Somebody.
Wow.
I mean, the thing about it is it's tied to your account. So if somebody steals your PS5, you can still get your account and your games back. I mean, maybe unless they go in there and they maybe change something, they can. But that's harder to do. Like if you have like two factor security and all that. But Hakum, which was he was like the biggest trophy collector in the world. He got his PlayStation account slow on the black market. So people can jack your account and they can steal. They can do different things too, right? Digital isn't foolproof. But I would say this, yeah, like protect your house, protect your insure your house. So if you have a big game collection, well, yeah, you should have homeowners insurance. So if something happens, then you'll get the money for that and you can rebuy your stuff. So like, that's the whole point. That's why there's insurance, guys. That's why you protect your home. Like, so yeah, I will say this: any robber or thief break into a house and steals your games, have issues with the thief robber. Yeah, I mean, I've had my stuff stolen, but once again, I left my window open when I was in college. I think I left my window open, so they stole the stuff. They broke in and stole it. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you could lock out your consoles from accessing your account through the PSN website. Accounts are not 100% safe either. Accounts are not 100% safe. Like, it's not a digital versus physical thing, guys. It's a option. It's not, oh, well, I'm going to do this because it's an option. I don't know why that's so hard to understand for some people. An option. Having the option available is better than not having the option available. That's my point. And I think sometimes all digital people, I mean, you guys are hardwired certain ways, man. You guys are hardwired to be like to be bent over. You know, like a lot of all digital people, you guys are hardwired to be bent over. Like, physical to me is like, hey, look, I don't have a problem with digital. I buy digital games too. But holy smokes, all I want is the option. Keep the and don't nickel and dime me on that option. I shouldn't have to buy an extra disc drive. It should just be standard. Like, I shouldn't have to, oh, it's a disc drive, I gotta buy it. No, you're just trying to help yourself out. That doesn't help the consumer out. You know, like, that should be it shouldn't be an option for a disc drive on a premium system. So that's all I'm trying to say. It's like, it should just be an option, and it should be a standard thing. Like, I shouldn't have to buy an extra thing for a hard drive. Like, that's insane, you know, in my opinion. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's see here. If you have a tornado or something that comes through and levels your house, you should have homeowners insurance. If you live in an area that has tornadoes, you should have homeowners insurance. Like, and therefore you can buy your stuff back and then you know, because you have insurance. So do you guys, to the people that are saying fires, or do you guys own homes? I'm guessing you guys don't own homes. The people that are saying everything can come and destroy, the apocalypse apocalypse can come. I'm guessing none of you guys actually have homes because homeowners insurance is actually a thing that like most homeowners have. And if you don't, you're really dumb if you don't have homeowners insurance. Even if you rent an apartment, you can get renter's insurance. So for the people that are saying everything can level and everything, do you guys not have homeowners insurance? Do you guys not? Because I'm guessing you guys don't. Because this is a very simple thing. They've been doing homeowners insurance for a very long time. I was stupid. When I was in college, I didn't buy the renter's insurance program. They had a renter's insurance program, and I said, no, I'm good. It was only $50 a month. All it was $50 a month extra, and I would have been insured. And if I would have just paid that $50 extra, I would have got all my games back because they would have cut me a check. Because guess what? Other people got hit on the same area, and they got cut a check. They totaled up all their items, and they got cut checks for thousands of dollars paid out. And I was out of luck because I decided to not get the renter's insurance. Okay? So, this homeowner's insurance is expensive, bro. It's not that expensive if you shop around. You gotta shop around. I got really good homeowner's insurance that's not that expensive. So I don't know. It's not like it's $1,000 for a month for homeowner's insurance. It's actually a lot cheaper than that if you shop around. I have renter's insurance and they'll try to screw you out. Most insurance says each item has to be above X before they pay. You got to read the fine print, buddy. Read the fine print. Because that's not how a lot of people's insurance work. So I don't know what you were buying, but all those cats, they got their stuff back. So read the fine print so you don't get screwed over. I mean, bro, when a disaster happens, you should be glad that you're still alive rather than worrying about your games. That's true. That's true. Imagine how the digital only guys feel the other day when network was down all day. Yeah, imagine there was no, it was down, man. You couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing. It depends. Some people were able to, but a lot of people were not. So yeah. Just I'm curious how Brazil pay their rent because their economy is bad. I mean, obviously in Brazil, people pay. They do what they can. They work and they pay what they can. Just because your economy's bad doesn't mean that people can't. I mean, people can't.
Insurance
some people can't pay
is
rent.
that thing people forget about until they need it.
Yeah, insurance is definitely the thing that people forget about until they need it. I know for me, I forgot about having health insurance for a long time, and then I was like, all right, I really like now that like when I got my family together, I'm like, oh, I really need to make sure that everything's good. And I had to use it the other day. Like I ain't used insurance in a while, like my health insurance, and then I actually had to use it. I'm like, oh, thank God I actually got my health insurance. So yeah, because I'm usually pretty healthy. I'm healthy, but you never know, right? You never know. So yeah, get your homeowners insurance, guys. Get your renter's insurance. Shop around. You don't have to go with one place, and a lot of times you can go with bundles, man. You can get your homeowners insurance. You can get your car insurance. You can get all that stuff bundled together, right? So if you do bundles, they'll usually cut some off the top. So I would say, yeah, just incorporate it in there. Like for me, homeowners insurance, it's a must. I have to have it. I think in like California, it's like you gotta have homeowners insurance. So it's like because you have to have like fire insurance or whatever. So you have like it's like you have to have it. Like So yeah. So actually no, you don't have to, but you're stupid if you don't. You don't have to have it, but you're stupid if you don't. But for me, it was a must. So I was like, okay, well, who am I gonna get? I bundled my car and my homeowner's insurance together, and I saved a lot by doing that. I saved a lot, so it was good. It just sucks when insurance sometimes screws you over. It's a double-edged sword. I mean, but you have to have it. You have to. Yes, insurance can definitely screw you over, but you have to have it. It depends on where you live. Obviously, countries like Japan, Taiwan, China are relatively safe. I was in China. I forgot. Locked the dorm once. Never got stolen. I mean, that's just depending on like where you live. Yeah, what area. That's really more of what area you live in and luck in what area you live in. They dropped folks fire. They did drop some people's fire insurance beforehand, and which was trash, which was absolutely garbage. They screwed people over on that one. I agree, but they didn't drop my fire insurance. I double checked after that, bro. I double checked. I was like, nah, y'all ain't dropping mine. If not, I'm gonna change to somebody else. Get the bundle Ruski. Endorsed by Andy Reid. If you have seen that commercial, I've seen that commercial. Cyber Torres. And I'm glad that he lost to Ruski. They got blown out of Ruski. They got bodied of Ruski. Tired of freaking Patrick Mahomes, man. Tired of Brittany Mahomes. Tired of that damn Kermit the Frog. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, guys, they're just going to go over your touchdown. I'm tired of Kermit the Frog winning, bro. With this crusty fake dynasty. He's feasting on the 49ers. The choking 49ers. How you made a dynasty off the 49ers, bro? That's the weakest dynasty of all time. With the biggest choking coach in the history of chokers is Kyle Shanahan. You know, you get a dynasty off of Kyle Shanahan. That shouldn't even count as a dynasty, bro. The three out of the 3 other games that they played in the Super Bowl without Kyle Shanahan, they got blown out 2 times. 2 other times they got blown out. They got blown out against the Eagles. They got blown out against the Bucks, and they barely beat the Eagles because the refs were throwing flags left and right, left and right, left and right. The fakest dynasty of all time is the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the $10, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You already know Travis Kelce was gonna propose after they won. I'm so glad. I'm glad that they didn't win. Good. Fake dynasty. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Killer Ninja? Man, you saw the Kansas City Chiefs beat the 49ers. How am I salty that they beat the 49ers? I just said that they won against the choking 49ers. So I bashed the 49ers in the process of that. I'm not salty. I'm sitting there and saying that I'm being honest. It's a fake. It's barely a dynasty. The 49ers, Kyle Shanahan's a choker. There's no if and. Do you want me to go over this? He's choked. He choked in the Super Bowls. He choked. I can go over the points where he choked. He choked even before he was the coach of the Super Bowls. Did you know that the coach of the Niners, Kyle Shanahan, he choked winning a Super Bowl with the Falcons? Remember that Tom Brady Super Bowl where Tom Brady, it was 28-3 when I teased Barron with the Atlanta Falcons? Guess who was the offensive coordinator of that team? Kyle Shanahan. He's a built-in choker. Until he doesn't choke, the dude's a built-in choker. He's choked away 3 Super Bowls. He's been up in the 4th quarter in all 3 and lost all 3. That's choking. What you mean? If the Niners don't gift them choking, they're not a dynasty. In the 3 other Super Bowls that they've played outside of the Niners, they got blown out 2 of them. Patrick Mahomes got blown out. He got blown up by the Bucks. He got blown up by the Eagles, and he got so many damn calls. And Jalen Hurts mishandled the ball, but he got calls. He got flags, and they didn't call them for anything. He got aided by the refs. Go back and watch the game. I'm being honest. It's not about being salty. I'm being honest. That is the honest truth about what happened in those games. He got blown out. Outside of the Niners, he got blown out twice. That is true. The 3 Super Bowls outside of the Niners, he got blown out twice. That is factual, okay? The 1 Super Bowl that he won, it was a tight game, and they got every single call. They got a call at the very end. They got a holding call at the very end that gave them that extra play to where they can go down and score. That is the truth. He was a check down merchant. His stats weren't even impressive. Go look at the stats from the first Eagles Super Bowl that they won against the Eagles that time, a couple of years ago. This is not me just being salty. This is facts. It is a factual thing that they got flags and they got blown out in the other 2. And Kyle Shanahan choked. That's it. It is what it is. As a Seahawks fan, I can say I missed the Pete Carroll versus Jim Harbaugh era. Yeah, that was a good era. Mahomes is God's gift to football. Yeah, God's gift to getting blown out. We're not facing against. When you actually face a real team with a real head coach that doesn't choke, look at what happens. Look at what happens. They're 1-3. Let's keep it a buck. When you play against a team, they're 1-3. They're 1-3 against a team that actually has a real head coach that won't sit here and choke away games. Right? Am I not correct? Am I right or am I right? This is why, in my opinion, the Jordan Lee's Chicago Bulls is a real dynasty. Exactly. That's a real dynasty. There was no choking. It was clutch shot after clutch shot, clutch game after clutch game, beating the best teams, well-coached teams with good players. Over here, Kyle Shanahan getting a dynasty off of Kyle Shanahan? Gotta be kidding me. What's up, the cool guy? I was just hoping the Chiefs would have scored nothing so they make history. Yeah. Just thank God they didn't play the Chiefs in 2022. They might have beat the Chiefs. They might have beat them more. It might have been a bigger game. They might have beat them. What you mean? They might have beat them. All the only team that listen. If it wasn't for the Niners gifting, like listen, all you guys, everyone's scared of the Chiefs that I get in Super Bowls, but it's really because the Niners be choking. Really, that's their prestige is because Mahomes hasn't even played good in all the Super Bowls. His Super Bowl touchdown to interception ratio is not great. It's like 10-7. He's not great in Super Bowls. He's been intercepted multiple times. The Niners have picked him up 3 times in 2 Super Bowls. He's not great in Super Bowls. He's not. They just get all the flags. They get all the calls and no calls. I'm telling you, go back and watch the games. Go back and watch the games. Go back and watch the stat. Look at the stat that what's it called? That what's his face? Adam Schefter put up about the amount of calls in the playoffs that the Chiefs have got. They've been out penaltied in terms of opposing teams. It's like 90%, 90 something percent to like 5%. They've been blown out in terms of getting calls. They've been absolutely blessed with call after call after. It's like, it's not just saltiness. It's facts that they've been getting every single tight game, every single call for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And their luck ran out. The one time they run into a team that's well coached and they don't have flags aiding them, they get absolutely blown out. The other time that they did it, they get blown out. The other time that they did it, they almost lost. Eagles beat themselves. So that's really what it is, man. See, I wish my Seahawks was better. Just side note, you're not wrong on this, LJ. I'm telling you, man. Eagles or Chiefs fans would hate what I'm saying, but most other NFL fans would be like, you know what, OJ, you got a point. But I know Chiefs fans would not like what I'm saying. Yeah, they padded the stats as well at the very end of the game. Mahomes patted his stats down. Patty McPaddington. And I hope the games this year coming up are intense and gritty. Yeah, there's going to be some good games coming up, man. There's some good stuff. If you guys want to hit that like button for me. I'm done ranting on Mahomes and the Chiefs and all that. I don't care anymore. I'm done. So we can talk about some other stuff. We already went over the state of play recap. Let me know what games you thought were lit. Next gen Xbox rumor. Let's go over that. We have not went over the next gen Xbox rumor. So the next generation Xbox hardware has hit a significant milestone, at least according to Windows Central Jez Corden. He claims to have been told that the next gen Xbox hardware has now moved beyond the pitch stages and has been fully approved by Microsoft. Quote, the next Xbox's next gen console hardware has now moved past its early pitch stages and has been fully approved and costed all the way up the chain, says Corden. Corden adds not to expect a reveal for the next generation Xbox anytime soon. There have been rumors that Microsoft wants to get a jump start to its next hardware with a possible late 2026 release. I think a late 2026 release makes sense. Xbox president Sarah Bond said in April 2024 in an email sent to Xbox employees that did reveal the team is moving full speed ahead on the next generation Xbox console. Quote, we are moving full speed ahead on our next generation hardware, focused on delivering the biggest technological leap ever in a generation, said Bond at the time. Bond in February 2024 said, we're also invested in the next generation roadmap. What we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technological leap you have ever seen in hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the vision that they're building. So there you go. That's what they're doing. They're doing another hardware, like I said. Just man, Jez the Clown. I'm pretty sure that he's correct on this one. I'm almost positive because Sarah Bond literally said that 2 years ago that they're moving full speed. Sarah Bond said that 2 years ago. So if Jez is saying it 2 years later now that this, or he's saying it a year later, I mean, if he's saying, hey, look, there's an update on, I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they are, you know, I mean, Sarah Bond said it. So not only did Sarah Bond say it, but their whole plan's leaked. For those who don't know, like their whole next generation plan's leaked. What Sarah Bond said was in the leak. It was basically, it said that we're going to deliver a hybrid cloud / you know, home console thingy that is going to be a big, powerful bump up, you know, overall. when it comes to system specs and power and all that. And they're going to do that. And the reason why I think they're going to do that because it's going to be a full third-party multi-platform box. You're going to be able to probably have Steam games on there too, or like get Steam. That's probably going to be available on there as well. You're probably going to be able to, you know, obviously stream. You're going to be able to play your games regularly. You're going to be able to stream your games, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's going. Yeah, but he's also been right many times too. So, I mean, like, I see what you're saying. He's been wrong on some things, but he's also been right on a lot of things as well. So you can't just say, oh, well, he's a fanboy, he's this, he's been wrong, so therefore he's wrong on this. You can't just automatically say that he's wrong. I get being skeptical, sure, but what he's saying isn't anything crazy. Like, Sarabon already said that they're moving full speed ahead, so all he's doing is saying, yeah, now it's like fully approved. That's all he's saying, you know? The roadmap leaked, yeah, well, kind of the roadmap, yes, like kind of like what they're doing will, yeah, pretty much what it leaked. But Phil Spencer stated that those are old plans, but they're not old plans. Those were the plans. I mean, like, yeah, plans get modified and renewed and things like that, but those were the plans. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate that. My man Cyber Taurus, thank you for the $10. 11 JoJo's tonight. What is going on? Do I have to play a JoJo Friday on Thursday? I think I might have to. It's not Friday, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's do it. We got 11 JoJo's today. Let's go. You guys hit that like button. Let's go. We're only 39 combos away, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. 39 combos away from a double platinum tonight. Let's go. We already got a bonus stream. Let's get it. And we've already been humming tonight, man. It's been good. Hour and a half. Yep, hour and a half. So we still got more time. We still got another hour and a half to go on the stream. So hit that like button, guys. Click the notification bell. And I think I actually found out what bit rate that I need to be streaming at to where it doesn't buffer. You know, I keep on saying that and then it's going to buffer now. So guys, expect there to be buffering coming up here. I'm going to jinx myself. Expect there to be buffering coming up. So yeah. He might be right, but he's a trash person. Why do you think he's a trash person, Nick93? What makes him a trash person? Listen, I'm not a huge fan of Jez either. But like, what makes him trash? I want to hear why you think that. No one is buying the next Xbox. They've ruined the brand. They've ruined the brand. I don't think that's necessarily 100% wrong. What can I say? I love me some JoJo's. Yes, sir. We all love JoJo here. Let's get it. 6G says, when we had a hurricane hit West Florida, the home insurance left. Oh my goodness. They said, we out. It said, disappear like that black dude in that meme just went and disappeared. Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. That's not good. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. That's not good. You guys hype for Onimusha 2? Is it any good? Only play the OG? Yeah, it's good. If you like the OG, then you'll like this one. Xbox needs to have high quality exclusives. They're not having exclusives anymore. They're done with exclusives. How many likes are we at though? We need to know how it. Okay, we got 110 likes, guys. We've got 190 people here. We definitely need more likes. Let's get to 150 likes, get more people into the stream. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. If we can do 200 likes or if we can do 190 likes, that'd even be better if we can do that. Shout outs to everybody supporting the stream though, man. You guys have been lit today. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's go. He pushes the console war BS on Twitter. He even said today that having 42% of new customers last year was somehow a bad thing, and that PC is winning. So, I don't like Xbox fans treats Xbox going inevitable. I don't like that Xbox fans treats that direction Xbox is going as inevitable and they purposefully leave out Nintendo because it destroys their argument. Yeah, that's something that they do. They do that as well. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, absolutely, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Visions of Mana is on PS5 but not on Switch, correct? Yes, it's on PS5 but not on Switch. It's snowing here, feeling like firing up something that I haven't studied yet. Yes, it's not on Switch, but it's on PS5. Collection of Mana and Trials of Mana are on Switch. But yeah. What's up, 777 OG double OG? Some people will still buy Xbox because they're invested in the gamer tags with their friends, but I can see them becoming third priority for third parties and behind Nintendo and PS. I think Xbox is always going to be a priority for developers because it's x86 and it's just it's easier to port games over from like PlayStation or PC to Xbox. So they'll always be one of the priorities. Japanese developers, no, they will not be a priority. Most Japanese developers prioritize Nintendo and Sony, or Sony, however you want, those two, more so than anything else, and more so than like PC and other things. Now, obviously, the biggest Japanese developers with the biggest titles, they want to have multi-platform strategies. But going forward in the next generation, coming up here with Switch 2 and with the other systems, like, yeah, you're probably going to see more of a prioritization of PlayStation and Switch 2 for Japanese developers. Like Western developers, it's going to be Xbox and PlayStation, like usually prioritize, and then if they can do Switch 2, they'll do Switch 2. He also said PS and Nintendo aren't doing good. I mean, when did he say that, and in what context? Grand Blue Relink on Switch 2 would be nice. Grand Blue Relink on Switch 2 would be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. I have it on PS5 though. I already played it for a bit on there, so. So yeah. Is Trials of Mana good on the Switch? Anyone know? Yeah, I played it. It's good. Check out my videos on the channel, Egomaniac. If you ever want to know, I mean, if an RPG is good on Switch or if an RPG is good, I have all the videos on the channel, so you can always watch my vids on the channel if you want to see like the gameplay and see how it looks and runs and all that. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's a remake of Seiken Densetsu 3. That's one of the most popular, best Mana games. Many people still feel like it's like the best Mana game. That game did way better than Visions of Mana, sales-wise. Like, even on yes, it's not on Switch, but Visions of Mana. But just if you just look at the PlayStation sales, like, people really cared about Trials of Mana and did not care about Visions. Like, Visions of Mana flopped compared to Trials of Mana on PlayStation. Also, a little bit, I mean, I guess it's a little bit different time periods, right? Like, one of them launched in the PS4 era, the other one launched, well, one of them launched in the PS4 going to PS5 era. The other one launched, oh wait, no, the PS5, Trials of Mana, I think that launched in 2021, right? So yeah, the PS5 was already out. But yeah, the transition was there, right? Trials of Mana, the remake. Trials of Mana remake. Yeah, 2021. Trials of Mana. Yeah, no, it was 2020. Sorry, my bad, 2020. So it was in the, like, the PS5 was not quite out yet. So the Trials of Mana launch when the PS5 wasn't quite out yet. So it did well on PS4 in Japan. It did really well on Switch. But then when Visions of Mana came out, like, nobody really bought the game on PS5. It was on Xbox in Japan, but nobody buys anything on Xbox. And nobody bought the game in general. Like, that game was at the Xbox Direct and nobody bought it. But yeah, they made a mistake. They overplayed their hand. They made a ton of money off of Collection of Mana, off of Trials of Mana on PlayStation and especially on Nintendo Switch. So they made a ton of money off that, and it gave them confidence to invest in Visions of Mana, which came out last year. So they spent 3-4 years building the game because they made a ton of money off of Trials of Mana, Visions of Mana, Collection of Mana and Trials of Mana. And then they took that money and invested it and said, oh, well, you know, we're doing something a little bit more advanced than what Switch is. And maybe Switch 2 is going to be out. Maybe we'll have it on there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to do Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And nobody bought the game. Like, and then promptly nobody bought the game. So, and then it just all went downhill from there. I don't know what the future is for the Mana series now. Vadcent, what's up, Vadcent? Welcome to the stream. I don't know what... I know Nick93 said that, Jez said that, but I don't know the context of what Jez said that for, you know? I don't know the context of it. So yeah, I'm not going to sit there and say that he said X, Y, and Z or whatever. But yeah, like, I don't know the context, but yeah, it's super weird. So yeah. The guy showed up on the stock, showed the stock on Nintendo and PS and how good it was. Said pundits told us console gaming is dead, and Jazz replied and said that that's not true. He's trying to justify Xbox's decline. You gotta show Nick. You gotta show me where he said all this. Like I gotta see where he said all this, so we can get to the bottom of it, I guess. Xbox making a handheld? If so, are they getting help from AMD? I don't know about AMD. I don't know who's making their handheld or helping them, but yeah, they're making one apparently. Shout out to Vatson though. Welcome, Vatson. How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're doing okay. Let's go. Great, yes, sir. Great evening. Hey, what's up, Huddy? Any just playing Monster Hunter Wilds beta tonight? I'm not playing tonight. I'll probably check out the full game at some point. But man, I don't know, man. There's just I don't know. I'm kind of like in a I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles X next. I'm kind of like in that mood, and that's the game that I want to play, you know. So right now I'm finishing up Visions of Mana. I don't know if I want to get into too many new games, like especially big games that are gonna take me a ton of time. So I don't know. I gotta check it out though. Monster Hunter just looks so lit, but I just don't know if I want to put the time investment into Monster Hunter so close to Switch 2, so close to Xenoblade Chronicles X. I just don't know if I want to put that time commitment in, because I know how much time I have to play Monster Hunter Rise, and I don't know if I want to put that time into it with Xenoblade next month, you know? I don't know. Kingdom Come 2 is waiting for you. Nah, I'm not a big first-person guy. I'm not a big first-person, you know, Old English guy. Like Skyrim guy. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait for Xenoblade and play that. I'm just going to play Visions of Mana, and then I'm just going to play Xenoblade when Xenoblade drops. And, like, Atelier. I'm looking forward to Atelier Yumiya. And then I'll probably play some, like, little games. Like, isn't there some, like, indie games coming out that are pretty good? Within the next month. I might play something smaller, but I think I'm just going to play Visions. I'll just try to see if I can finish that game up. And then I'll get into Xenoblade Chronicles. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I want to start anything like massive like Monster Hunter or like Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like, right, I don't know if I want to with Xenoblade. So Xenoblade and Atelier Yumiya so close, you know? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch 2 may be the move. I'm going to play it on Switch 1 because I'm not going to wait for Switch 2. I don't know if they're going to upgrade. I don't know what they're going to do with it. So I'm not going to wait and say, oh, they might upgrade it, they might not. No, just play it now. And if they upgrade it, then they'll upgrade it. And I'll play it when it's upgraded too. So I don't think I'm going to beat it. I mean, and even if I do, whatever, who cares? I'll play it again if I feel like it, you know? But no, I'm not waiting. I'm not going to wait till like June or something like that. I'm good. I'm going to play it because I feel like playing it. I don't know. I only played Monster Hunter 1 and it was fun. Hard as heck, very challenging, very, very challenging. Yeah, it's challenging. It's a good game to play with your friends, you know? It's fun to play with your friends. So yeah. Yeah, never mind, the first person will be annoying for you. Yeah, I'm not a first person guy. I'm on a gaming break at the moment. I'm binging Cobra Kai. I need to binge Cobra Kai because I actually watched the first 3 episodes of Invincible yesterday. So the new season of Invincible. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So I got to finish that off before they get, and then I'm going to watch Cobra Kai. So I'm definitely going to check out Cobra Kai probably tonight. I'll probably watch Cobra Kai tonight because I'm not editing tonight. I already edited today. Had a new video for you guys. Check out my new video. If you haven't seen my new video, check it out. Switch 2 can do the impossible. So yeah, I want to get a probably want to play some. I probably want to watch some Cobra Kai tonight. I'll be good. If you guys haven't seen my new video, make sure you put it in your watch later. There's the video. Put it in your watch later. Yeah, please no spoilers for Invincible and no spoilers for Cobra Kai. It's already, yeah, Invincible season 3 is already crazy where I'm at, so I can't wait to finish it off. Beat Dragon Quest 3 in December, beat 4 and 5 last month. I'm in. Hey, let's go. That's good stuff. Post game for Dragon Quest 6. Dynasty Warriors Origins. I can see you playing that one on Portal. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, yeah, it might be some mindless fun, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna buy it at full price. You know, not right now. Nah, probably just gonna. I'll just probably play Visions. I'm playing Visions on my PS Portal, so I think I'm okay with Visions of Mana for right now, and just getting through that game, and then getting right into Xenoblade Chronicles. You know, I think I'll probably just do that. Probably. Probably that's what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, that's what I'll do. What? How long at PC Master Race people? I don't know. It seems like the PC Master Race people are funny because it's like they're constantly in console gamers business over and over and over and over, and it's almost like they're like, it's funny to hear them say they have to continuously say how much better everything is, and it's like, if it was, you would just know that it's better. You wouldn't have to say it over and over and over again, you know. So yeah, that's my opinion at least. Hit that like button though, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are out here streaming. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. Let's go. Get those questions in. Xbox is making a handheld. If so, are they getting help from? I think I already answered that. I said, yeah, I'm not sure if they're getting help from AMD or not or whatever. So maybe. But we'll see. What franchise are you most excited to see on Switch 2 and why? What franchise am I most excited to see? The next Monolith Soft stuff, and why? Because it's Monolith Soft. They're goated. I've only seen season 1 of Invincible. I was gonna watch season 2, but season 3 release time flies. Yeah, you're a bit late on that because season 1 came out. Season 2 came out years ago. So yeah, a bit late. PC fanboys act like one has a PC, then you know, ain't special. We just don't like the team and messing around with settings. Yeah, that's one thing too. I agree. I agree. Do you think Switch 2 DLSS will be roughly DLSS 4? I don't know what it's going to be, Brett. We don't know. It could be a custom version of it. We don't know what type of DLSS it's going to be, so we got to wait and see. So it doesn't really matter what I say because nobody knows exactly what it's going to be. So we got to wait and see what they do with it. But I have no idea what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be DLSS 4 or 3 or... It's like I said, it could be their own custom version of it. Kind of like the PSSR or whatever. It's like their own custom version of what they do specifically for the PS5 Pro. So could be something that's just like their own thing. So yeah. It's to call their games expensive, but spend $3,000 on a gaming rig in the same breath. $3,000 is 10 Switches. Most people don't. Most PC gamers don't spend $3,000 on a PC. But I see what you're saying for sure. Well, there's other stuff outside of frame generation that DLSS does though. So I mean, it's more than that. But yeah. Have you ever met someone that played Dave the Diver? Yeah, lots of people play the game. How much input do you think Platinum has on Ninja Gaiden 4? They're co-developing it, so they have a lot of input. My question is if you're excited for Suikoden 1 and 2, Lunar 1 and 2 coming out. Those are my top 10 games of all time. Yeah, those are definitely not in my top 10 games of all time. But am I excited? Sure, I'm looking forward to playing Lunar and Suikoden. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I think most PC guys, they just play on PC and they enjoy it. You know, that's what they do. They just play on PC and they just like to play on PC, and that's that. There's not really anything more or less than that, you know? So this is kind of how it is. The whole PC master race, I think that's more of a joke more so than anything. But yeah, I know there's been a lot of people moving over, or a lot of people saying like that's where you should play. But like, people don't want to. I don't want to sit at a desk and play unless like they make like a Steam machine. Like I'll play that, but that's just a console. I'd rather just buy a PS5 Pro, or just like I'd rather just buy a PS5 Pro and get like the haptics and get all that. Like, I mean, I guess yeah, PC, it's cool, whatever. But I mean, instead of spending that money on a like a decked out piece, I could buy a PS5 Pro if I really wanted something like that. And yes, PS5 Pro is not as good as like the latest end PCs, but to be honest, I don't need the latest end technology for like the most. Like I don't need to tinker with, like I don't need all that. Like I really don't need all that, you know? So for me, consoles still to me are a better move. Like I still rather invest in a console than a PC. Like I've tried PC gaming. Like I've had 3 different gaming PCs since 2015. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot. I know it's been like a decade, but the last, you know, I've had 3 separate gaming PCs, and I've tried PC gaming in all eras. And in each era that I've had a PC, you know, for gaming, each era it's been good. Like it's been like a pretty decent, good rig to be able to play the modern games. And every time that I've tried, man, it just hasn't worked out for me. So I'm good. Like I don't need to be like a PC gamer. I can just play console, you know. So that's just me. Hey, what's up, David Bofa? I expect that PC. Yeah, it's just not for me. And for people that like to tinker around, people that like to, you know, mess with settings, people that like, you know, like Evan, he's really good with PC stuff. And like, I respect it, you know, like I respect that, you know, I respect it 100%, but it's just not for me. You know, I'm a console person. I think I'll always be a console person until I can't be a console person anymore, you know? I think I'll always be, but one thing that I do want, one of these days, man, if I can get like a bigger place, I definitely want like a real, like, not an office, and like I want like a real game room, like a real game room where I can hook up like, or build or hook up like real CRTs and hook up like my GameCube or hook up like other stuff and like have like a real big cool game room. One of these days I'll get that one of these days, where this place just isn't. I mean, I have my office, it's a nice size, it's not bad, and I can put stuff in here, but it'd be kind of crowded, so I don't want to like hook up all that crap. But one of these days I will buy, when I get my next house, I will have a game room and it'll be awesome, and I'll hook up old school stuff and I'll have like huge whatever blah blah blah, and I'll be able to, and I'll play old school games all the time, you know. Right now I just don't feel like getting everything out and hooking it up. That's the main reason why I don't spend too much time playing old schools, but I want to play GameCube. So I think what I'm gonna do, I have a HD CD or whatever thing, so I want to hook that up in my other room and play GameCube games. I think I kind of want to go back and play some GameCube, play some PS2, some stuff that I never beat, you know, back in the day. So I think I want to do that. Can't stand PC people. My friend Chris keeps telling me to go on PC, and I say PC's trash. I don't care for it. I don't think it's trash. It's just it's not for everyone, you know. It's for some people. Like there's some aspects about everything that's bad about console gaming, about PC gaming, you know. Hell, even having a dual monitor setup is hell for getting some games to run correctly on PC. That's ignoring my other 2 monitors. Yeah, every game kind of operates a little bit differently on a dual monitor setup. Some games, like if you move the mouse, it'll stop the game, it'll pause it. Some games, like it won't pause it at all if you click. Like, you can't see your mouse. Like you have to try to scroll and get it on the second screen. Like they do operate a little bit differently on dual screen. That's why the only way that I'll probably get into PC gaming, like for real, is that if I have like a gaming setup, right, and I buy a dedicated PC gaming setup, buy it its own chair, like in a game room, right, and buy that dedicated setup for that, like have like a Herman Miller chair, have a dedicated nice setup for it, and then I buy like a decked out PC, and all that PC does is play games. Like I can't have the PC that I also work on it, because then, you know, space and stuff like that, it becomes more of like I don't want to be here. the whole time. Like, I think that's like one of the biggest things for me is like after I'm done working and I'm streaming, I don't really feel like, or I'm editing, I don't really feel like sitting at a desk again to play more games. It's like I just got done being at a desk for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours or whatever. You know, like I don't want to, like I've already edited today. That took me 3 hours to edit plus to edit the video today, like research and editing. And then on top of that, I stream for 3 hours. So that's 6 hours looking at this monitor. You know, I don't want to spend another 2, 3 hours, however long I'm playing, looking at the monitor and at a desk, you know? So it'd have to be like a Steam machine thing. Like they make like a new Steam machine. Oh yeah, I'll probably get something like that, but maybe not. PS5 Pro or the PS6 or the next Xbox, right? Like there's gonna be stuff for me to buy, you know? There's gonna be stuff for me to get, stuff for me to pick up. So yeah. There's gonna be stuff. Oh yeah, this, oh my gosh, yeah, you told me. What's it called here? For Tenga, that video, the Real Game Awards was a giant anti-woke scam. It's an hour and 10 minutes long. Oh my goodness, I gotta watch that later. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a scam from the beginning. I mean, I think everybody kind of knew that, that it's a scam from the beginning. So yeah. PS6 all digital. I don't think PS6 will be all digital, but I think you'll definitely have to buy the disc drive separate. I know console's a small PC console, but that's what I prefer, consoles. Yeah, a lot of people prefer consoles. I don't have room for extra wide screens and the different size monitors. I mean, my monitors aren't, but yeah, some people might not have room for it. But yeah, like if they make like a Steam machine, I think that might be good for some of you guys to get into PC gaming. Like I think that a Steam Deck got people into PC gaming a bit, but Steam Deck is just, it's not real PC gaming though. Like Steam Deck is like fake PC gaming. It's not like a real PC gaming, you know? I don't know what you're talking about, one. Oh, Flight Simulator? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't play Flight Simulator. Like, I don't play like simulator games like that. Flight Sim. So. So yeah. Hit that like button though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let me know we are streaming. Let's go. Steam Machine still has a lot of configurations needed. I don't think most console gamers would put up with it. I think that a Steam Machine, they'd probably have like an ideal set configuration for like when you buy it, right? But yeah, you'd be able to tweak things a bit more, you know? But yeah, I think a lot of console gamers probably won't even like worry about it, you know? I think Steam Deck works a bit more because it's something different from your rig or your PC. But even then, that has not been like, oh my gosh, everybody's buying that, you know? It's not even been like that at all, so yeah. Let's see here. So no Valentine's Day Shadow Direct. Pretty sure down, don't you think? I never thought that there was going to be a Valentine's Day Shadow Direct. No, nobody ever thought that. Nintendo doesn't do stuff like that, so yeah. I never expected that to be a thing. Let's see here. Did you play Planet Robot? I did back in the day on the 3DS, but looking forward to playing it on the Switch. Started buffering. Started buffering. Did it? Let's see. Stream extreme health. I have not got a single buffer message in my stream health or activity. So if it started buffering, that was definitely either your connection or it was YouTube being crusty, because I have not gotten any drop frames or anything like that. So yeah, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I haven't gotten any drop frames at all. So I think maybe some people got buffering, but I didn't get anything. I didn't see anything on my end. So I refuse to acknowledge that Portal has anything other than Wii U tablet. It's kind of like an expanded idea of the Wii U tablet. It's like you need something else to rely upon it, but it might even be a little bit better in some regards, right? Because like you can take it anywhere that you want. But you can't use it as like dual screen gaming. So like it's not that. So there's some functionalities that it's better than, and some functionalities that it's not. But yeah, I don't know. They're kind of two different things. Like the Wii U is a system in itself. The PS Portal is not. You know, you need a PS5 for it to work. I mean, I guess you can do it without a PS5 if you have like the PS Plus subscription. But yeah, that's streaming on streaming, you know. So yeah. Kirby has a special player smart. He's round and pink and eats things like a vacuum cleaner. He's basically my spirit animal. All right, sounds good. I haven't tried the cloud streaming on beta of mine yet. I'd be interested to see where they take that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm probably never gonna do that. I'm probably never gonna do it, but you guys can let me know how it is, though. Y'all let me know how it is. You know, if it's good, let me know. You know, if it's good, let me know. I will definitely. I'll take you guys' word for it if it's good. You know, I'll take your word for it. All right, we got some Fountain of Dreams. Let's go. Excuse me. Haven't played Robobot, but Triple Deluxe looked awesome. I like that you can go into the background levels, have sense of depth. Yeah, Triple Deluxe is good, but Planet Robobot is definitely better. Planet Robobot is absolutely a better game than Triple Deluxe. So I'm looking forward to playing Triple Deluxe. Or sorry, Planet Robobot on Switch 2. Is 12 gigabytes of RAM enough for Switch 2? Why wouldn't it be? Yes. Let's see here. Player, since Switch 2 is part of the Switch line, does that make it a part of the Switch family or systems? Successor of family of systems? It's a successor. It's 2. It's the second one. So it's a successor. It's not part of the family. It's a successor. So, I mean, it's part of a family as much as, I don't know, like your son or your daughter. Yeah, it's part of your family, but it's not the same line. Like, your brother and your sister are different from your boy, from your kid. It's still your family, but it's obviously a different generation. So that's the thing. So the generation, that's a family thing. Just to let you guys know, like when you use the term like predecessor, successor, I mean successor is a little bit, that's more of like a promotion or like somebody that came after you. But like descendant, next generation, these are all things that it's like family ties, right? So when you say something like, you know, successor or 2 or your second, that's just like, yeah, it's part of the family. But it's not necessarily the direct line. It's a separate part, separate branch. Like, you know, it's a successor. It's different. Like my kid, that's not my brother or my sister. That's different. You know, or my mom. My mom's different. My mom and like my aunts and uncles. That's different. You know, they're born before me. You know, so that's the thing that you have to realize. Like with it, it's like, yeah, it's still part of the family because it's Switch. It's still Nintendo. Like all Nintendo systems are still like, oh yeah, it's Nintendo, but different lines. You know. But it's not like the same as the exact same as the Switch 1. No, it's not that. If I want to take my PlayStation games with me, I'll take my Vita. Vita's good. I mean, the only thing that's not good with Vita is how small it is. Like the Vita's just tiny. It's like the thing about all the older systems. A lot of the older systems, yeah, they were more portable, but they were just so tiny. I have big hands, so they were just so tiny. Like you'd be playing like this, you know. Like if you don't have small, like, you know, I do envy people that have small hands in that respect. I mean, having small hands is usually not a good thing, but in that respect, having small hands is a good thing. Like playing DS, playing Game Boy Advance, playing Vita, playing systems. Like if you have small hands, it's good because it's not uncomfortable for you. But Yeah, for me, Vita is just, it's a good system. It's just too small. Something like DS. 3DS XL is actually pretty big and chunky, so that's a little bit better for me than a Vita. Miss RPG Girl says, when I was when was having small hands ever bad? Having small hands bad sports. So like let's say you're trying to play basketball, small hands is bad because you can't steal the ball, you know. Usually like baseball, you have a better grip of the ball and you can do different types of pitches. Softball as well, if you're trying to do underhand, you have a better grip of the ball. Football, catching the ball, they measure your hand size for football. So quarterbacks, grip of the ball, receivers, more hand gives you better potential to catch than smaller hand. So I would say that. Obviously, if you're into fighting MMA, I mean, you don't have to have, you know, big hands doesn't mean necessarily you hit harder, but obviously a bigger hand, more velocity, more force, more impact. So definitely I would say sports would be where bigger hands would be something good. Also, just general holding on to things. People with small hands, I mean, yeah, if you have big hands, you can drop things too, but people with small hands definitely drop things and can't grip as well as people with big hands. So there's little things here and there. Nothing too crazy though. Nothing too crazy. There's nothing wrong per se with having little hands. Like if you have little hands, you have little hands. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, I get it. My basketball and baseball career is over. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I know, like for some people, like just doing other stuff too. Just like little things here and there. Little hands can be a little bit harder. I have small hands myself. I don't play sports. I've never been an issue in life at all. Joy-Cons are built for you. There you go. There you go. Never been a problem at all. There you go. If you don't play sports, it's not a problem. I cross-play with PS5 and with my bro on PC. We play PvE. We're waiting for State of Decay 3 to show itself. Nice. Let's go. Let's see. I mean, I would say too, I guess the only thing, I guess having small hands, certain controllers, right? Unless you get a small controller. But like Steam Deck, for example, if you have little hands, Steam Deck might be a little, I mean, it could be a little much for you. You know, certain systems with how big the controllers are, some of them could be a problem. Wii U gamepad as well. But I guess it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, just stuff like that. Like I can use like an Xbox Duke controller, no problem. Like it's not a problem for me to use an Xbox Duke controller. Whereas some people, I know like my friends, when we would play back in the day, like some of them, they were taller than me, but they have smaller hands. So like it was very uncomfortable for them to use the Duke controller because their hands were smaller. But I'm like, hey guys, my hands are fine. I can use this Duke controller, no problem. Me and my friend Big Cam, he has big hands as well, so he had no problem using the Duke controller. But yeah, if your hands are tiny, then it might be a little bit tougher using certain controllers and stuff. So yeah. But then of course, on the flip side, if you have big hands, using smaller controllers is a little bit tougher and all that. So most controllers are built though to where it doesn't matter, you know, it's a wide range of people with different hand sizes can use them and you'll be fine, you know. Let's see here. No matter how big the Switch 2 is, it's about getting a grip for these mics. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need a grip for the Switch 2. I mean, you're gonna need a grip for it because the Joy-Cons they're not really like shaped like a you know, like a grip. So you're gonna need one. You're definitely gonna need one. I enjoyed the Duke, except the placement of the black and white buttons. Yes, that was the problem. That was the problem. The placement was because like it's on like the arch and it's like fat. So if your thumb isn't big enough, then it's hard to kind of move your thumb over and press. Even for me, it was a little bit like whenever the Xbox Series or the Xbox S controller came out, I just started using that controller just because even though I could use the Duke, I'm like, yeah, this S controller, it's easy. I don't have to think about it. It did take a little bit of an adjustment playing Halo, but that S controller was one of the best controllers. Definitely one of the best controllers. At least good for Xbox. Remember, chat, if you have tiny hands, you can't become the president of the United States of America. Okay. Wasn't the PS controller smaller because people from Japan had smaller hands in general? Which PS controller? Because the PS5 controller is pretty. It's not small, but it's not big either. But do you mean like the PS1 controller? But yeah, I think they definitely took that into consideration. Like the first one, yeah, they always take hand size into consideration. Like they always take that, like the main audience and all that, who's gonna be playing. But yeah, absolutely, that's definitely part of it. Oh. Yeah, no politics in the chat. No politics in the chat. There you go. Sorry about that. I was like, what? What are you talking about? But yeah, no politics. If he has small hands, then that's fine too. But yeah. No, the PS controller is just a SNES controller. The PS controller, PS1 controller. Does Mad Cat still make controllers? I don't know, but Mad Cat's controllers were trash. Those things would break all the time. I did not like Mad Cat's controllers at all. So yeah. Those are trash and felt cheap. They did. They were bad. Pretty happy Joy-Cons on the Switch to be bigger. I play entirely on the Joy-Cons. That's good. It's definitely good that they're bigger. But yeah, I have a grip, so but yeah, bigger means the buttons are bigger too, so that's good. That's definitely a good thing, you know, for sure. Like yeah, I'm happy that they're bigger as well, just because like I said, big hands, so definitely want to have you know, definitely want to have what's it called? I want to have better grip, but I'm probably going to get a I'm definitely going to get a what's it called? I'm definitely going to get a I'm going to get a grip. I'm going to get a grip for sure, like 100%. Intech controllers are sometimes good. Intech? I don't know what Intech is. Yeah, after you use the PS5 controller for a while, the PS4 controller seems a bit small. Because the PS5 controller just feels a bit, you know, thicker and all that. Really did like the GameCube controller too. Bought the PowerA version of it on the Switch. I do not. I bought the PowerA version. I do not like the PowerA Switch controller. I don't know, dude. I tried because like I guess me and Josie were supposed to play some type of thing coming up pretty soon here, or at some point when she gets time because she's a busy young lady. Yeah, I bought that and I'm like, because I didn't know where my freaking controller was for my GameCube controller. I bought it. And I was like, all right, let me get the PowerA controller. Dude, I felt it. I'm like, this is not a GameCube controller. So I went to the garage and I found my I found my actual GameCube controller. This is the controller. I think I threw this controller when Party Man beat me like all those times in Smash Brothers. But yeah, it's the Smash Brothers GameCube controller. I think I got this. Did I get this on the Wii U? Anyway, these controllers are really expensive now. Like, if you want the Smash version, Nintendo issued, they're like 70, 80 bucks if you want one. And you usually got to import it from Japan. So, like, they don't have these anymore. So, I'm hoping Nintendo does a reprint. Whenever the next Smash Brothers game comes out, please, Nintendo, do a reprint. Because I don't know how much longer this is going to last. I hope it lasts longer. But I don't play Smash as much. I don't play, because I actually went through 2 of them. I had a white one that I bought, and I went through that, and this is the second one that I've had in the Ultimate era. But if I kept on playing Ultimate like crazy, I probably would have wore this one out. But yeah, the GameCube controller, it's hard to emulate, man. Like, the third-party ones don't feel great to me. I don't know. So they don't feel great. Nintendo doesn't make them. They don't make the controllers anymore. They don't make them. So you can't get one officially from Nintendo anymore. They don't. Nintendo, I think they sold them for like, I think they were like $29.99 or $39. I forgot exactly how much they were when Nintendo was selling them, but they don't sell them anymore. So right now you're at the mercy of third-party vendors, the people that have bought the controllers, and then they just sell them for whatever price they want. So that's the problem right now. You know, when I bought the white controller, it was not expensive. It was like, I think it was like 30 bucks. It was like $29.99. It was cheap. I'm like, okay, I got it officially. There was no problem. There was plenty of them. But then all the freaking Melee players And all of the Smash Ultimate players and all the Smash 4 players, they buy them all up. And the people that do custom controllers, they literally buy them in droves. So eventually, once they stop making them, then you get the prices that are inflated. But yeah, all the Smash Brothers players, they just buy them up. So that's the problem, you know? That's the big problem. RGT will be live in 30. There's the RGT reference. There you go. There it is. You got it once every stream. Christopher Lenton, man. Hey, for real though. Just on a side note, man. You don't gotta mention when other people are going live or when other people. It's rude to the streamer that's streaming right now, man. So if you want to go or if you want to go watch someone else, you can just go. It's no problem. But it's just rude to say, oh, this person's gonna be doing this, and it's like just. You can just go if you want to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just rude to the streamer that's streaming right now. Like, I would never go to somebody else's stream and say, hey, somebody else is going to go live in that time. Like, you know, like I said, you guys want to go watch, it's cool. Like, shout outs. I'll be watching after I'm done with my stream too. But like, it's just probably shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying, man? It's just rude to the streamer that's actually streaming right now. Like, if you want to go or if other people are subscribed to them, they'll go if they want to go, you know? It's not like bulletin board. It's not like news that somebody else is going. That's not like gaming news or anything. You know what I'm saying, homie? But it's all good. You probably were just saying whatever. At least the people who make custom controllers are at least reselling them mostly. Yeah, when they're not scamming people. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. They're pretty expensive for those. They customize them though. They're not just like selling them for like regular. Like they take them, they customize them, they make them into different types of controllers, right? So yeah. No, it's all good, Christopher. You didn't know, man. It's all good. But yeah, but they're expensive. Like they'll be like $200 or whatever the case is. They'll be pricey. So yeah. N64 controllers are legit dangerous. I feel like you could put a hole in someone's skull if you did it wrong. I'm not sure what that means, but it's all good. Man, not bad for FPS. I was fighting. They were not good for. Game controllers, yeah, game controllers aren't great for, like, outside of Melee. They're great for Melee. Melee, it's great for Melee. But yeah, it's not great for, like, traditional fighting games. Definitely not great for traditional fighting games at all. But I liked it for Melee. And that's what you need it for. You need the Melee. Let's see. I'm going to be interested to see if or what Nintendo's making a new Pro controller for sure, because they have to add the Connect button, the C button. That's not on the Switch 1 Pro controller, so you have to have another one, and that's just too much money for them to not make another one. So yeah. Understand that, but for the most part, they just aren't scalp. Yeah, there's not just scalping. Yeah, there. A lot of people are buying them. They bought them to actually use them. Like I know some Smash players that literally, like, they know the deal, right? They know that the controllers kind of go out of stock, so they bought them up so they can have backups. You know. Bieno, 11. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love. Thank you for the subscription. This is gonna get me copyrighted. I'll probably have to redo this whole thing. This is. All right, here we go. Thanks for the subscription. Mind's Eye looks underrated. Gives me Deus Ex vibes. I casually remember what that game is. I'm going to have to wait till the games actually come out and I see what they're doing, you know? We're going to have to wait till then. So yeah. I don't know if any of those games are going to be good or not. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust a lot of Western developers on certain stuff. I know some of the games are maybe even like Asian or whatever, but I don't know if they're going to be good or not, man. I have no idea. I have no idea what some of these games are going to do. So yeah. I have no idea. Thought about a possibility of for the C button control remaps. Use that to select them on the fly instead of having to go back to the system menu. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be it. I don't think they're gonna do a control remaps right there. I think they'd rather have you go to the menu to actually do that instead of potentially accidentally pressing the button or anything it does. Like, I don't think that's going to be it. I think it's going to be more for like community features or something like that. Something like easily accessible or something that's like, you know, that's going to be a little bit more simplistic, or tie back to like a community or messaging or your dashboard or something else outside of that. Like, I don't know if it's going to be like mapping like controllers, but we'll see for sure, TM. We'll see. I don't think that's going to be it though. But you never know. You never know. I could be wrong. So yeah. Of the remap per game, per person. Yeah. Justin with the 3.
I just got done playing the Monster Hunter beta again. I don't want to play anymore. I just want the full game already.
There you go.
Oh.
Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the big $3. Appreciate that, Justin. Increasing the lead as well. 82 on the board. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Justin carrying the stream today as well, man. Appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you for your support, like always. Helps go a long way. Thank you so much. Yeah, Monster Hunter, like I said, man, to me, here's my problem with Monster Hunter, man. I'm getting kind of scared of how much time it's gonna take. That's the thing that's making me not want to play it. Like, I want to play it, but I don't want to invest the time, and I don't want to play online. I'll keep it a buck. Like, I don't want to invest the time, and I know you can play single player, but I mean, it's really more of a multiplayer game, but I just don't feel like investing the time into Monster Hunter this time around. Like, I don't know if I feel like it, because like I said, it's so close to Switch 2, it's so close to Xeno X, it's so close to Atelier Yumiya, it's so close to games that are like, I really, really want to play. So I think really, it's not that the game looks bad, the game looks incredible. I think it's just more like the time commitment. I think that's where I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend the time to play the game. I think that's it for me. So yeah. You suck so bad with the bow in Monster Hunter Rise. Wait, why was I bad with the bow in Monster Hunter Rise? I did good with the bow. I didn't die all the time. Hold up. Wait, why was I bad? I was doing good. I put a lot of hours into that game. I did good with the bow. I upgraded it and everything. But when I first started, I put like 70, 80 hours into the game. I was good. I upgraded it a lot. What are you talking about? I used to play basketball every day. Dude, basketball will keep you in the best shape. I used to play basketball all the time too, and it kept me in such good shape. Wish I can play it as much, but I can't. Leslie Benzies from GTA fan. What game are you? Oh, okay, Mind's Eye. Oh, okay, yeah, you trust. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, the beginning scenes were fun. Yeah, it's just the beginning. I didn't get bad. I mean, yeah, at the beginning you're gonna be bad, but you get better as you play. So I got better and better. I did well. I used to play that like offline, and I do well. Like I'd be capping people with the bow and arrow. I think I played with the Nintendo Minute team as well. I played Nintendo Minute team, and that was cool. That was fun. I did good there as well. So yeah. Of the new Breath of the Wild remaster, I'll probably skip it because it's such a time commitment. I'll check it out just so I can see how it runs and plays. I don't know if I'm gonna play through the whole thing again, but I'll definitely check it out. Well, yeah, you said you suck so bad with the bow and monster, but I didn't suck so bad with the bow and Monster Hunter Rise. I was good with it. Triggers on the Switch 2 being touch sensitive but still clickable to mimic scrolling, yay or nay? Touch sensitive but to still mimic scrolling? I don't know what that means. They're gonna have you said touch to, they're gonna be just like the ones on Switch 1 probably. That's what I'm guessing based off of what we've seen, but we'll have to wait and see. Housemark says Wild is gonna be my game of the year right now. Yeah, right now it's probably looking like it's gonna be the best rated game for sure. Like, that's probably going to have, like, it's going to have, like, a 90-plus rating, probably. Or, like, close to a 90-plus rating. It's definitely going to be up there. It's going to be, like, 88 to, like, 90-something rated game. So, it's going to be good rated. It's going to do well. People are going to buy it. It's going to go crazy. So, it's definitely going to be one of the early Game of the Year contenders. Right now, we got a few Game of the Year contenders. We got, You know, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance too. That's an early game of the year contender. We got Monster Hunter Rise. That's gonna be, or sorry, yeah, no, Monster Hunter Wilds. That's gonna be a game of the year contender, as well. So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't put 600 hours or 1,000 hours into either. That's too much for me. I'm not putting that much time into like a single player game. Oh man, I'm not putting that much time into it. So yeah. I don't think I haven't put 1,000 hours into any game. Like the last time that I put 1,000 hours into a game, it was like Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. That was the last time that I put 1,000 hours into it. I put 2,000 hours into that game, but I don't think I ever have the time to ever put that much time into any one game ever again. Like it's gotta be like when I'm retired and I'm done and I can just play whatever I want, you know. But with work and everything and with like family, there's no way that I can spend 1,000 hours in one game. That's just too much time for one game. So yeah. What do you mean? How do you even get that free time? I mean, usually I get free time if I finish work. Like, let's say if I edit before I stream, and if when my boy goes to sleep and my wife goes to sleep because they gotta wake up. They wake up early. My wife wakes up early for work. I have usually like an hour or so to play games before I need to go to sleep. But usually when when my wife goes to work, I need to be up early to take care of my boy. So I can't stay up playing games all night. I got to go to sleep because my boy wakes up really early. My boy likes to wake up like at 4 or 5 a.m. and stay up. And he stays up for a while. So then when he takes his nap, I got to edit or I'm tired. I nap with him, you know? So I barely have the time to play, man. I barely get the time to play, you know? So yeah. 250 hours into Tears of the Kingdom and it was 100% and it was incredible. That's good. I think I spent like 100 something hours in Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't 100% it though. I was just like, screw it. I did as much as I could and then I was just like, I'm out. I have a slight thing. Lost Soul side will sell really well. I feel China might show up again for it. Not to say the same extent Wukong though. Yeah, we'll see for sure. What's up, Cracker Jacks? Fantasy life, I'm gonna know life until my baby is born. Yeah, back before I had like I think once my boy gets older, I think I'll be able to play more. I'll have more time. But he's a baby, so you gotta be watching him 24/7. But like once he gets like maybe like 3-4 years old, you get a bit more time because like they get a little bit more independent. You know, it's a little bit different like when they're 3-4 years old compared to when they're like 1-2. So I think once my boy gets older, I'm done. I'm not having any more kids. So yeah, I think I'll probably play more games then. I think I'll probably get to play more games like 10 years from now. I'll probably be able to play more games 10 years from now than I am now. Because it'll be different 10 years from now. Like, it'll be different than what's going on right now, you know? What do you mean you don't have an extra 500 hours sitting around for Monster Hunter Wilds? Yeah, I know, seriously. Extra 5. I mean, that's on the low end for people. People be putting like 1 million hours into Monster Hunter. You know, people be putting so much time into Monster Hunter. So yeah. People put so much time into it. Saturday, Sunday mornings, JoJo Friday nights, yeah. I think for me, Sundays, if I can get if I can get time on Sundays, it's a little bit tough sometimes though, because wake up early, go to church, whatever, and then sometimes Sundays, it's like, I'm just tired on Sundays. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like actually spending my brain effort to stream, but there's no NFL anymore. This is like the first time like there's like no NFL, outside of like that in between like the whole Super Bowl. So I can probably relax on Sundays a bit more, but I do bonus streams sometimes too. So sometimes I got to do my little bonus stream as well. I would not play at work because I think playing less than an hour on a console game doesn't make sense because you'll spend most of the time waiting to start. I mean, yeah, for me, playing at work, I mean, depends on what type of job you have, but there's been no job that I've had where I could actually play at work and get away with it. Like, there's not been a single job where I'm like, oh yeah, I can play at work and get away with it. So any of you guys that can play at work, more power to you, but I've never had a job where I can play video games at work, you know? I've never had that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd play at work just because, like, you'd probably have to start and stop, you know? Like, too much start and stopping. Probably have to, you know, like, oh, okay, I got to help a customer or I got to do this. It's like, it'd become annoying to me if I had to do it that way. Square's been teasing something Nier related for a while. Do you think we'll actually get something this year? Yeah, I think that they might announce a new Nier game. It's been a while. 2017, right, when Nier Automata came out. I already told the story of a guy who at work who got busted playing this Switch in the parking garage instead of doing... Yeah, exactly. Cybertaurus, you said... I remember you dropped the dono and you were like, oh yeah, like, he was supposed to be doing his job. He got fired, you know? So yeah. I only got away with it because I'm in charge. Oh, I got a monitor and everything. You're in charge, not setting a good example, man. Not setting a good example. But yeah, I can't, man. I can't play games at work. I can't. You know, I can do a lot of other things at work, but it ain't gonna be playing video games, man. I remember one time, dude, I was at a previous job that I had, and I remember one time where, dude, I was so bored. Oh my god, bro, I fell asleep for like an hour. And like when the lady, like when my manager, when she came into my room, you can't, like, my desk was turned to where you can't quite see my face completely. I was turned like this, like the desk was at an angle. So I kind of felt her. She was there, and I was like, I was so bored. John was so bored. I was just listening to Ice Cube. Had a good day. I was listening to Ice. It was a new desk job that I got, bro, and I was just, oh my god, that job was bull. There was nothing to do, man. They're telling me, oh, call customers. You gotta call them and ask them where they're. And I'm like, this sucks. I was like, this job's trash. Man, I remember when I got fired from that job, it was crazy because I got fired from that job, right? I got fired the weekend after, the Monday after Breath of the Wild came out on the Switch and Wii U. So at first, I got, the only thing that I regret walking out of there acting like I cared. Like, I should have said, man, I don't care. I'm gonna go home and play. Like, I didn't like the way that they did it. The way that they did it, like when you get fired, it's rough, bro. They be sitting there following you around and all that. They want to sit there and make you look all crazy. Sit there and say, give you boxes. And I'm like, bro, just chill. Like, let me walk out. I'll grab my stuff. You know, I'll go. Like, relax. Like, you don't got to make it seem as if some type of, like, big deal. Like, chill. It ain't, like, that big of a deal. The only thing I was a little upset is because I was supposed to get my raise. I was supposed to get, like, full-time salary, no clocking in or out. And I was supposed to get, like, a big pay bump. Like, a huge pay bump. And I worked hard for that, man. I busted my butt to get that. But I got set up in terms of them firing me. But whatever. It's no big deal. But, like, I wasn't even that mad. Like, when I got back home, I was like, man, my mom and my sister and my brother-in-law, they're going to be so mad at me. That's the only thing that I was dreading. I was dreading them just because, like, I had just got let go from a previous job that I had in 2016. I got let go from a previous job that I had, and I just bought a house. So it was kind of like, oh, snap, you know, like, I just bought a house. Yeah, and then I got a job in mid-2016. I got a new job. And then I got let go in early 2017. So I wasn't even there for a year. So I was like, oh, man. Like, I already knew my sister and my mom. They're going to be like, oh, what's wrong? I already knew. I was more upset. I was more not looking forward to that talk with my sister and my mom than I was actually losing my job. Hey, what's up, AO Trill? The walk of shame. Like, the walk of shame. Like, they're trying to make me walk out the front, walk by everybody and all that. Man, I said, man, skip y'all. I walked out the back. Got my stuff, walked out the back, you know? So the only thing that like I said, I regret was I shouldn't have made it seem like I was upset. I should have been like, okay, cool, I'm out. Like, this job's trash anyway. Like, I would have done it like that instead, you know? That's the only thing that I regret. One thing about I like working outside, at least I'm on an adventure every day. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you live in a really hot area, Shaw X? Because, like, if you don't live in a super hot area, then I guess it's not too bad. But I know that you said that it's gotten, like, really hot during the summers, like, whenever you do, like, the fiber installations and all that. I get broken Japanese versions of PSPs and will fix them and sell them. Oh, nice. That's good stuff, Red. I didn't know you do all that 6G red light. That's cool. What's up, AO Trill? Shout outs, man. It's only because we aren't that busy, so I get some time. Yeah, I don't know. I was just feeling comfortable doing that when I'm at work. I barely play games when I'm doing my own business here. No, I'm joking. I don't even want to play now. You know. Let's see here. What up, OJ? You streaming Dice tonight? What's Dice? I don't know what that is. HB Link. Yeah, what is Dice? Haven't heard of it. Let me look on Gematsu. Are they? I never heard anybody talk about Dice. Upcoming events: Tokyo Game Dungeon 7, Honkai Star Rail 3.1, Light Slips the Gate Special Green Throne Special Program. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, not sure what that is. It's on IGN. Dice Award Show? No. Not streaming the Dice Award Show. Yeah, no, I'm good. It's on IGN? No, I'm good. I will pass. I will pass. I will pass. We got about 30 minutes left from the stream today. Or actually, my bad. About 20 minutes left. So I'm streaming for like another 20 minutes, hanging out, answering questions. But I'm not. I'm definitely not streaming that show. What's going on? It's an award show. What goes on there? Let me check IGN. So you said Dice. Let's see IGN. Oh, okay. Dice Awards 2025 live stream now and playing. Yeah. I'm gonna see what they're talking about. Starts in. Starts in 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna stream that, man. No, I'm good, man. It's crazy how much I used to go on. IGN used to be my #1 site, man. I used to go on IGN religiously. Every single day I'd go on IGN. It's crazy how I don't even go there anymore, except for like to watch something my boy Brian Altano does something or Per Snyder does something. But I don't even go there no more. So yeah, I don't know, man. Developer award shows, yeah, I'm good. I think some PS guys were at the show, Neil and others. Yeah, I'll pass. Not to hate on on their award show, but yeah, I'm good. I think I'll pass on their award show and all that, man. And not because it's bad or not because, it's not a good thing or whatever. I'll just pass just because, there's no point. There's no point in watching. So yeah. I used to be an IGN insider, bro. I was so cool. Insider, hell yeah, I remember that. I used to read IGN back when Matt Casamassina was there and Craig Harris and Mark Bozon. That was like the golden age of IGN, man. That was like the end of the GameCube era into the Wii era, DS era, yeah. But then they all left. They all went and did I think they're like working for like Apple or something right now, and it's like, it's crazy that we don't have Matt Casamassina. Like that dude he's the founder of IGN, and he's like we don't even get to hear his opinion on like actual games. Like he runs like Apple's iPhone store or whatever. I mean, he makes a ton of money doing it. Obviously, he's very well off because of the founder of IGN and everything. But man, it'd be cool to actually have him in real gaming again, like where he can actually give his opinion on real games and not Apple iPhone stuff. But yeah. Craig Harris, Mark Bozon, Matt Casamassina, those were the guys, bro. That's where I kind of I think that's when I knew that I wanted to like talk about games. But obviously back then I wanted to like, if I could work for like a company, because I didn't know how to do all the like the equipment, and I didn't understand how like the internet worked, how you broadcast and all that. There wasn't all the tools that we have now that makes it really easy for anyone to learn how to stream and all that. Back then you couldn't do that. So I was like, yeah, this is cool, you know? And I learned so much. I used to listen to podcasts so much. I used to listen to so many gaming podcasts. But I think gaming podcasts back then were so much better than they are now. Gaming podcasts now, they kind of suck. Like a lot of them are like not great. Like they're not very good. But back then gaming podcasts were so lit. So it was fun. I remember listening to game trailers. You guys ever remember the old school game trailers? Such a good show. Bonus round. The game. What's the game trailers podcast? I think it was called Bonus Round, wasn't it? Or what's the thing that was like the show where they had other developers and other like journalists on for things. But then they also had like an actual like podcast, like with Shane Satterfield and like Marcus Beer. And then there was like another podcast that they had called like Epic Battle Axe or something like that. And that podcast was cool too. That one had like Jeff Keighley's like fake twin guy, a guy that had long hair, but he used to do like host shows, like a white dude. And then there was like two guys that were like into metal. And like, it's like, this is Epic Battle Axe. Like they were into that. And then that show ended. And that was a cool podcast, but then that ended too. I used to listen to like Nintendo World Report. They had a podcast that was dope. Oh man, I don't listen to none of that no more. Like I don't listen to nothing. I swear I don't listen to no podcast no more. Gaming podcasts. I barely listen to anything. So yeah. Electric Playground and X-Play. Electric Playground was good. I loved Electric Playground, which that show still kind of goes on. Like, Victor Lucas, he has a channel, and he still does some of that stuff on his channel. So if you like Electric Playground, like, it's still kind of going, kind of, you know. G4TV.com, the show G4TV.com was great. That was when I first saw Jeff Keighley. G4TV.com, and then those two chicks. I think they work for Xbox, or one of them works for Xbox, like Tina and the other like punk looking girl. So yeah. I remember watching. I used to watch G4TV.com all the time. That was like one of my favorite shows. They recently tried to reboot G4. I mean, yeah, we know that they tried to reboot G4, but it failed. We know that. Like that's old news at this point. AO Trill. they failed. That was like 3 years ago they failed, right? Like they've been failed. They've been done and buried. So G4, yeah, G4 was the show back then. G4, it was Judgment Day. That was Victor Lucas, and that was Tommy Tallarico. Victor Lucas and Tommy Tallarico for Judgment Day. Electric Playground was also those two guys as well. They had what else did we have? We had gosh, there was more shows. There was Arena. There was that show. There was more before the whole cheaters. They used to just run episodes of cheaters all day. But yeah, there was some good stuff. But Judgment Day was probably like my favorite show because like they used to review different games. Judgment Day and Electric Playground were my two favorite shows, probably. Cinematech. I don't think I watched Cinematech as much, but yeah, that was one of the shows. So yeah. The thing about it is that G4 TV didn't the reboot of G4 didn't fail because of whack personalities maybe, but woke political jargon. That wasn't it. It was, I think G4 TV imploded because they did not get the people that were right for the job. So I would say just the first part, just the whack personalities. That was, they did not feel the landscape. They did not do, and they spent too much money. They really did not understand the landscape of online entertainment and content creation. They really did not. They were dinosaurs in that realm. So yeah, what they really should have done was just commission people to do weekly shows, and then just run those shows as premieres. You don't have to sit there and get everybody into a studio and put up all this and have all. You don't got to do all that. All you had to do was get, like, let me just give you an example. Hey, you're a Nintendo guy, right? You know Nintendo. Give us the lowdown on Nintendo for 20, 30 minutes. All right, you're a PlayStation guy. Give us the lowdown on this. Oh, and then every now and then have rotating people in for shows where there's the discussions like via Streamlabs or whatever, whatever. Like, that's all you have to do. And then maybe like once a month, fly us out or fly them out to have a show and record a bunch of stuff, then go back home. Like, having a persistent staff and trying to get people in there, like, they spent way too much money. It could have been, if it was up to me, I would have made it way better. I would have just commissioned different types of shows from different people. If you would have said, oh, I'll pay you a couple thousand, give me a few shows a month. I'll pay you maybe 4 or 5, 6,000, whatever. I'll pay you that. You do a couple shows for us. You film it, latest, whatever, send it into us. We'll edit it for you. Boom. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do all this junk that they were doing. I see what they were trying to do, like the Greg Miller, they were trying to do like the Greg Miller, kind of funny game stuff, right? But the difference is that people like Greg Miller. Greg Miller already had a built-in huge base from people from IGN, but they were trying to do like that Greg Miller, kind of funny games thing. That's what they were trying to do. And they have people that act like they have better personalities too. Like, I don't know, their personalities that they picked maybe weren't the best. So yeah, there was that as well. There was that as well. So they just messed up in a lot of different areas, man. A lot of different areas. They tried to do the Attack of the Show, and that flopped too. They tried to, because that was one of their popular shows, was Attack of the Show or whatever. And by the thing about Attack of the Show or whatever, like with that one white dude, I forgot what his name is, but that one guy, Kevin Pereira. There we go, Kevin Pereira. The problem is that, yeah, back then, before we actually had YouTube and we had people doing that Attack of the Show type of style show, yeah, it was unique. Tech and weird different types of things and all that. And like, but now you have like 1 million people doing all that. So it's like, why should we watch Kevin Pereira do it when we can already, there's people that do live stream weird shows. We got grifters doing weird shows. We got all sorts of people doing all sorts of stuff. So we don't need Attack of the Show. Like, and there was nobody that was lit. They didn't get anybody lit. They didn't reach out to any actual popular, like, Twitch streamer or somebody like, like Speed or Kai, like somebody like that. Like, they needed more lit people. They did not have lit people. They had people that were okay or past their prime. They had Completionist. He's okay, but Completionist is not a guy that does, like, he does completion videos. He does not do live debate and discussion. He doesn't do that. That's not what he's lit. I mean, they had Black Okage. He does that a little bit, but not really. He can, but not really. They got the guy Faust or whatever her name is. Like, yeah, she doesn't do none of that. She did, like, what did she do? Like League of Legends or something like that? Or she did like commentary on PC games. Like, that's not gonna get you anywhere. So yeah, the line, like, they messed up that. Olivia Munn had already moved on. She's Hollywood. She was freaking Psylocke, wasn't she? In like X-Men. She had already moved on, bro. She does not care about no damn G4 TV. You know, she dated Aaron Rodgers, who's a quarterback in the NFL. So, and she's dating like another. I think she's dating like a famous actor right now or something like that, or married to one. I don't know. Either way, like yeah, she had moved on, man. She had moved on. But anyway. We're going to have to move on from tonight's stream. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being lit and amazing. If you have not seen my most recent video, check out my most recent vid. It's up. I talked about Nintendo Switch 2 is set to do the impossible. So if you haven't seen that video, it's actually really good. So watch that vid. It's incredible. I think it's incredible. Watch the vid. I'm going to link it multiple times. Watch Rescue Squad. What's good, baby? Watch the vid. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Big love to Justin with the big dono. Big love to David V. Big love to all the Elite Ninjas. Nick93, Paul Gale, AO Trill. Shout outs to everybody here. Party Man, Casual Noob, DeAndre, Monado Mario, Cyber Taurus, Jay Loomis, Shaw X, 6G Red Light, Cyber Taurus. Thank you guys so much, man. Thank you. Jacob Dressback, Avedon, Adam Carson. Thank you guys for the donos. Thank you guys for being out here. And appreciate you guys coming out to the stream tonight. It was a lot of fun, dude. I had a ton of fun. We'll see you guys back tomorrow for JoJo Friday. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace.